Before the video even gets started, I want to put y'all on to the best money cash. These folks is literally paying you to play video games, bro. Like this, you hop on your phone, you play them, and you get paid to play it, bro. It's 100% transparent. You see exactly how much you're making as you play it. If somebody is willing to pay you to play video games, you probably want to play it because you don't know how long it's gonna last. Scan my QR code or click the link in my description to download the app and get started. A couple of years ago, Gucci Mane began to aggressively pursue new artists in Memphis and sign them to get back at Yo Gotti. Initially, the plan was genius and it was working tremendously. Gucci had Pooh Shiesty and Big Scar under his roster, and those two were like the two hottest young artists in hip hop at that time. But now that move is backfiring against Gucci and could potentially get Gucci hurt really badly. The Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane beef that led Gucci Mane to start signing these Memphis artists actually started when Gucci Mane found out that Yo Gotti was sleeping with his girlfriend around the same time he was.
Yeah.
And then Yo Gotti was smashing shit around the same time Gucci began dating her.
So this is the breakdown, y'all. I'm giving y'all the breakdown of how everything started with the snitchery. This is from about like 4 months ago when Flacco was speaking on, the robbery, allegedly. Well, it's not allegedly, it was alleged then. But this is the buildup of where we at today. So pay attention, y'all. This is the buildup of how Flacco, told the first story of Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty robbing him from way back 4 months ago. So this is the beginning. We getting the roots. Then we gonna get to the tree.
Gucci was mad at Yo Gotti for trying to drop his album on the same day as him.
First time Gucci ever tweeted me, I was in the studio. Somebody sent it to me, and I called his phone like 6 times in a row. He canceled probably like on the 6th one.
He was upset that you put your mixtape out the same day as his.
I mean, but he didn't say my name. He just like, why would a rapper do it? But, she want nobody coming out but mine on the same day. So,
I'm before a chick. But I'm smashing the chick or
yeah, assassinations over Keisha Dior.
I was like laughing and smiling. I'll tell you from where it started, and we're gonna get to
yeah, let's get slow down.
But then you start smashing this chick, and then we got.
Then he went to jail, and you started dating Keisha Dior.
Then it was like, to me, I still felt like it was cool because like one of my partners was with me, like we argue all the time, and that's just what we do. Like it would never come to Twitter or a radio interview, nothing like that. Then he got on the radio and said something. That's when it was like, okay, I'm gonna cross that line. Like it's.
So this is the play. Yo Gotti slept with one of Gucci's girlfriend at the time. So Gucci get back at him by buying all the artists in Memphis, all the hardest artists in Memphis. Mind you, this is around the time when he was beefing with Gucci. He was trying to call himself doing a favor. So yeah, this is what it is. So with him doing Dolph a favor and with him allegedly sleeping with one of his girlfriends, that's when Gucci started buying up everything in Memphis. But now you see all of his artists either OD, got killed, something. So with that demon time mentality that he had, he was trying to get back to Yo Gotti by buying everybody in Memphis. That was the hardest rapper. But everybody he bought, little by little, started dying off because he tried to do the back door to Yo Gotti. Even though Yo Gotti slept with his girl, but he tried to do the back door and buy all the artists in Memphis. And you see every artist that he had in Memphis either OD or died some type of shooting. Or got a gang of time.
Like, we cool no.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Girl. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was your.
You bangs your partners, girl.
But that was your girlfriend, though, right? Wasn't that like
my partner? Oh, I ain't know that was the wife. I ain't know that. Yeah, I ain't know that. I ain't know like you love and all that.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. I go.
You smash my girl, I'm gonna go in the market that you're currently eating in and dominate that market and make sure you don't eat. That was Gucci Mane's plan because Gucci Mane took a couple of big artists from Yo Gotti, obviously Pooh Shiesty is the biggest artist in Memphis, and Gucci Mane took Pooh Shiesty from Yo Gotti. So that right there was a major L that Gucci Mane gave Yo Gotti. Everything was working out, everything was going as planned. Pooh Shiesty went to jail, and that's when things fell apart. It began to fall apart when Pooh Shiesty, because when Pooh Shiesty went to jail, him and Gucci Mane's relationship took a hit after his cousin Big Scar, who's also signed to Gucci Mane, passed away. See, when Big Scar passed away, this really affected Pooh Shiesty. This was one of the closest losses that Pooh Shiesty has ever took.
Big Scar
And with Big Scar passing, that's the definition of every time I seen Big Scar, faded, linked out the game, barely could talk, talking slow, moving slow, always had a cup. Every time I seen Big Scar, he was always like, he always had that cup. Even if he did vlogs, he was like this, talking slow, leaning, feeling like he finna go to sleep on my mama. That was Big Scar. That's what he died from, OD.
in a way, like, I could agree with me being in there and having some alone time to think. I could really agree with it, but like to this day, I still ain't really got over that. You know what I'm saying? So it's my little cousin. Like I was there, you know, every step of the way until, unfortunately, I wasn't there no more. You know, so it's me coming home to that, like being in there when you hear a death and you know you get the bad news, it don't feel real, especially like without you being able to go to a funeral or see him like right there. So it's just like it's like a whole different world in there. So it ain't feel real, but me getting out here not being able to see him or call him or him to tell.
Can't you hear the pain in his voice? Pooh Shiesty is trying not to say what he want to say, but you could tell his cousin, Big Scar, every step of the way, which means if that was his cousin, they all from Memphis, they grew up together, that was his little brother. And he didn't like the way Gucci didn't put him to rest the right way. And then even that, he only gave him 10,000 for the family. And then he asked for them to repo that 1017 chain because he felt he wasn't on the label long enough to have that and earn that while his family was wearing that 1017 chain. But knowing you have Pooh Shiesty as an artist, why is you ever mad that Scar family is flossing the 1017? Okay, yeah, they taking Instagram flicks, they doing all this shit on Facebook. But that's nothing to you, Gucci. You still got Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty seen it the way that I'm talking right now and got out flexing. Well, he flexed too hard though. Man, man, he had every car you could dream of, rose gold plus the rose gold chains. I don't see where Pooh Shiesty, I don't know. You know what it did? If it was like that and I had in the back of my mind that I wanted to get out of the deal, man, I would make sure that I do extra to be paid up and hurry up and get my deal stuff out the way. But why are you mad about signing a deal that you wanted in the first place? He didn't force you with guns to make you sign that paper. So why would you have to use by force? When you first signed that paper, you wanted to do anything to be famous. Now that you're famous and you feeling the fame, now you feel differently.
You know, still messing with it for real. So I ain't really
Got you when you was nothing.
things about Big Scar, like some of his characteristics, like dude was like a real like comedian for real, you know.
With Pooh up, he couldn't do what he wanted to do because he's been locked up. He has no means to an income. He has no resources. So he was relying on Gucci Mane to show off for the star and really represent for the entire label, including Pooh Shiesty. So Pooh Shiesty was really disappointed when Big Scar's family, which is also his family because they're cousins, began to call out Gucci Mane and expose Gucci Mane for not paying for the entire funeral, asking for Big Scar's chains to be returned back to him because he paid for it, even though he gave the chains to Big Scar.
My brother just passed away, ho. He deserved way more than what Gucci put in. He was talking about some flowers and 10K. He ain't paid for the funeral. He put towards the funeral, but he ain't paid for it. He said that
He
he was
wanted
gonna
them
pay
1017 chains back.
but it was gonna get paid regardless.
You burnt up.
No shame back.
You crazy for
Yeah.
that.
Girl, fuck them receipts. Don't nobody give a fuck about receipts on no 20K. I'm telling y'all what the fuck I said. It's on a receipt for 10K that we gave. What the fuck? She just trying to clear up on me. He ain't trying to come to me. He ain't trying to come and talk to us as a man. He ain't called my daddy phone about shit. And then he blocked us. We ain't money hungry. We don't need his money.
Yeah, that's how he was acting.
Can't take a knife. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Who we keeping them chains? He not getting them chains back. My brother earned some chains.
Pooh Shiesty wasn't feeling what Gucci did to Big Scar at all, or what the family was accusing Gucci of doing. Pooh Shiesty loyalty is with Big Scar and his family. So if they're not rocking with Gucci, he not rocking with Gucci. That's why when Pooh Shiesty came home, a lot of people were like, yo, where the first day out at? He ain't dropping first day out for a while because he was trying to handle business. He wanted off the label. He told Gucci, I want off the label. Get me off. Gucci refused to get him off the label. Gucci refused. So what Pooh Shiesty did was Pooh Shiesty began to align himself and get close to Yo Gotti.
Exactly.
And Yo Gotti and Pooh Shiesty began to devise a plan, right, to go down the legal route to get Pooh Shiesty off of Gucci's label.
They couldn't do it.
That's why in first they
see what I'm talking about? He got out mad at Gucci, went to go holler at Yo Gotti, which he should have signed to in the first place. Yo Gotti people's read it was like, bro, you can't get out this contract unless he gets you out of it. Like, bro.
Pooh Shiesty shouted out Yo Gotti, ain't shot Gucci Mane at all.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci Mane, LaFleur.
Whoa.
Here we go with this Bootsy stuff.
He's 44. Guys, where's built now? Possible.
Bootsy as hell.
You want to sign 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize all because he your wife. Then you drop and kill Pooh and not got it and took Pooh Shiesty from you. If you have Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your number one artist.
Damn.
So I know, Gucci. All that goofy shit you were doing. Signed 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee. You ain't never heard the mixtape. Just signing and trying to antagonize the nigga. Shit, you know about the other little shit that's too. Like,
That dude.
I see. How y'all pray for me?
Here's where things get violent. Pooh Shiesty is already really upset at Gucci Mane for the Big Scar situation. He comes home, he wants off the label. Gucci Mane ain't trying to let him off the label. Pooh Shiesty right now is as hot as ever. He's as hot as he has ever been. Hit that
like button, hit that subscribe button.
But it's beyond he wants off the label. It's also an added layer of fresh out of jail. I'm a CMG, I'm a Yo Gotti. We already got a deal in place. All that's needed is for Gucci Mane to sign me out this current deal, and I got the CMG deal on it. Yo, I heard Yo Gotti and CMG is offering Pooh Shiesty almost 10 M's.
Damn.
Pooh Shiesty fresh out of jail is looking at
get off the label. Now you see why he did the lit. 10 million? You would try that? Yes, he was.
And according to people around CMG and Yo Gotti, yo, Gucci is thinking there's some reconciliation here. Pooh Shiesty is at a point now where there ain't no there ain't no reconciliation. There ain't no fixing Gucci Mane issues. Pooh Shiesty wants off the label, like again, by force, by coercion, or Gucci Mane could just do it an easy way. But Gucci is thinking he could reconcile. Pooh Shiesty is at a point where he can't reconcile, according to Hernandez Gomez.
It was playing the Cadillac tape. That was a long time ago. And I think the fact ain't necessarily confirming nothing as relates to any robberies or anything because I'm sure me or you don't want to say anything that could potentially get somebody arrested. Case maybe.
This is 4 months ago, y'all.
That's for sure. I feel like just the crazy thing
months
is,
ago.
a lot of people, when this news first came out, okay, I feel like people were way this is true. But now everybody's going to look at that EO song. They're saying, hang on a minute, why is Pooh Shiesty shouting out Yo Gotti on the First Day Out song, but he ain't shouting out his CEO, Gucci Mane? Like, what? People are thinking, okay, this making sense now.
you know, it's a lot.
Cash App is better. I like Cash
App, man, you know,
I'd rather have the Cash App.
and
I need it right now.
point. You know, Pooh ain't with Gucci Man because of what he how he carried Big Scott when Big Scott, you know, when Big Scott died. You know what I'm saying? And he was instead of being focused on paying for the funeral, you asking for cheap ass 1017 chains back. You know, not to discard chains because you know I'm saying cheap to Gucci. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're supposed to be worth a few hundred million. You know what I'm saying? So about some good change, you let my family have them things, you know what I'm saying? You know, he earned it. So, you know, and Pooh, you know, Pooh and there was Pooh little cousin, you know what I'm saying? So Pooh at holiday, you know, so he ain't no way he was coming home. Pooh wasn't finna go this is
He came home tripping.
you know what I'm saying?
Hit that like button. This is how it all started.
For Big Scar's chain back, that's probably worth about $20,000 while he's up M's after Big Scar passed away. That's wrong. And I don't even see how he could see how they would ever forgive him for that before Pooh Shiesty turned him. When they were both in the city, a robbery took place. Now, apparently, Pooh Shiesty orchestrated a Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice-esque situation.
4 months ago.
Gucci Mane was unwilling to sign Pooh Shiesty his deal, but after a tense exchange, after what I can only like describe as Suge Knight-esque, Gucci Mane signed like that contract and got Pooh Shiesty out the deal the same night that Gucci Mane got robbed. Now, the situation goes, Pooh Shiesty was with some Crips. Now, the people who are tied to like this situation in terms of
here you go tell it
for everybody else, because I found it, I'll be real this morning.
This ain't new. Flacco's been telling people. This ain't nothing new.
The fact that Sonny Nash knew about this a day or two ago, and he is even offering Gucci Mane to get the chain back for him. Well, no, sorry, chain, but the watch and wedding ring back for him. That shows that Sonny Nash has some heavy ties or strong ties to the dudes.
No, that just mean he caps.
Rolling 60 Crips. So I can only assume the Rolling 60 Crips are involved here and they rob.
You tell it. See when he gets stuttering?
After Gucci Mane signed Pooh Shiesty out of his deal, apparently Pooh Shiesty still ain't giving no passes. And the Rolling 60 Crips allegedly, still robbed Gucci Mane of his wedding ring and his watch. That's apparently worth like M's. Right, I think like with the ring and a watch,
said like M's.
Gucci Mane, that wedding ring, gone. Yeah, they hit him with the shit. They took Gucci Mane's wedding ring and they took his watch. So Gucci, you know this is 100% true. Hit me up, I can get you it back. But Gucci Mane walking around wedding ringless right now, and he ain't got no watch. I'm not gonna say who robbed him. Pooh Shiesty was not there, but
Shiesty was not there.
Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane.
He's saying Pooh Shiesty was not there. You see how they was lying way back then?
Shiesty wasn't hearing shit that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane won Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is space in the place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got out of there, left got in his car, pulled off.
Left got in his car, pulled off.
Happy.
He said Pooh Shiesty left, got in his car and pulled off, and his goons robbed him. This how he lied 4 months ago.
He gonna be reading about and hearing about this as I am. I mean, as I'm letting y'all know this shit right now. They robbed his ass. Surely robbed goddamn Gucci Mane. Robbed his ass out of his ring, robbed his ass out of his watch. So he running around here right now. It didn't happen in Atlanta. That's as far as I can give y'all right there. There's more details on the way.
All right, so there you have it, folks. All right, Pooh Shiesty got Gucci Mane robbed in a Suge Knight-esque scheme for Gucci Mane to get him out of his deal.
Flacco's not moving your hands like as hell as that.
I don't know how this is gonna play out. Gucci Mane don't really strike me as the type of dude who's gonna get robbed and say,
hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all.
I'll forgive you. It's peace. You know, I think Pooh Shiesty has barked up a tree. He's not really like ready for it, right? If you call Gucci Mane slipping, it's not gonna happen twice. And with Yo
It's
Gotti
not
and
gonna
CMB
happen too
right
much.
now, yo, they're already under heavy investigation and scrutiny, paying to get Young Buck, you know,
No,
free Yo
scrutiny.
Gotti.
See, that's where they went. Like they had the story. They had the story, but they flim-flammed y'all with the twist. You heard out of Seti Nash own mouth 4 months ago say Gucci Mane got robbed. Pooh Shiesty got in the car, drove off, and then his goons end up with his watch. See what I mean? But then they want you to believe when they got the new news today. Like, bruh, you gotta pick something like, bruh, you gotta stay solid sometime. Like, either you gonna be with the snitchery, or you just gonna be like, you know what I mean? Just cause right now what I'm listening to is tabloid stuff. It sounds like straight 4 months ago said, you know, Gucci Man, they had an argument over the deal. Pooh Shiesty got in his car, drove off, and then the goons robbed him. Now today, oh yeah, good. He was there, put out the gun, and and it was an undercover officer, and you know what I mean. Like the story just go on and on and on. Like you got to pick and choose your YouTubers because a lot of times straight flammery. And when these dudes talking about, oh yeah, I got it from a source. And, hey, Gucci Man, I can get your pinky, I can get your ring back or your chain. Bro, he couldn't do that. That's just selling y'all the saga to make him feel like he's somebody. And to when y'all see that on the internet, y'all be thinking these dudes solid as gold. Like they flam. And now look, now we just seen the narrative and the roots of how Yo Gotti supposedly F Gucci girl, one of his wives, and Gucci got mad and started buying up all the rappers in Memphis. So now we finna see the news story of Flacco and how he talking about, yeah, he was there first. Remember? Pooh Shiesty drove off, right? He said he drove off in the car. And the dude dropped him at some unknown disclosed. You know what he said. You know what he said. We heard it together. And that's why I be like, man, these people, like they and then they get back on another day, like they ain't even do nothing wrong. Like you just didn't lie. Like you didn't just bro, just knock it off, bro. Just stop, bro. It's just so embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. Oh my mama, it's embarrassing.
He reads the room.
What the hell is going on? Skip this
Gucci
shit.
Mane and Pooh Shiesty,
I don't want to see this shit.
it looks like those petty games
They
that
trying to
Gucci
play
Mane
the thing
was playing
over
with
again.
Yo
They
Gotti.
trying to play that, and they trying to put they're trying to do commercials in my stuff. I couldn't even push nothing unless I push the skip.
Gucci
Here we
Mane
go.
make sure
Here's the news story.
Pooh Shiesty
Here's
is
the Shiesty story.
the next time we see Pooh Shiesty will be 50 years old. In our last video, we revealed how Pooh Shiesty, his girlfriend, his daddy, they're all sitting in jail right now on Fed charges. And today, the feds finally came out, you know, gave their press conference and broke down why they arrested Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, his girlfriend, among other people, including they got, you know, an arrest warrant for Big 30 right now. And they broke down it all stemmed from this Gucci Mane incident. See, we reported 4 months ago that Pooh Shiesty held Gucci Mane at gunpoint, made him sign a contract to take Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal. The feds update is even worse than I thought. First off, Pooh Shiesty is the dumbest human being on earth. You don't get much stupider than Pooh Shiesty.
First, y'all said he wasn't there.
Is one of the biggest rappers.
First, y'all said he wasn't there.
Gucci Mane is the last rapper that if you told me was a rat, I would tell you no way. Gucci Mane is officially a rat after today.
I'm Ryan Rabel. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous
Them some
victims
cold words.
in Dallas, Texas.
Kidnapped
8
his
and 9
life
arrested yesterday in
You
Dallas,
life was kidnapped by
and
yourself.
Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not today, but will be. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business. Latrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting, his recording contract with one of the victims. As alleged, once these three men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover.
Pooh Shiesty told Gucci, man, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. They got Pooh Shiesty in the back of Staples printing out the contract they made up themselves. So they brought the contract to the studio. Pooh Shiesty told Gucci, man, hey, can I holler at you in the private room? Gucci said, yeah, they go to the private room. Pooh Shiesty said, hey, listen, could you sign me out of this deal? Sign this contract and release me, please. Gucci Mane said, hell no, I ain't signing you out of the deal. Bro, bro, you just came home, you had this grease. Bro, I'm not signing you out this deal, bro. Yo, you my artist. Pooh Shiesty got irritated. Shiesty told somebody to go ahead and grab his bag. The person to Pooh Shiesty pulled out an AR pistol, they said, and pointed it at Gucci and told Gucci to sign it. Gucci,
not now, but right now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all.
Gucci made making him sign it. Pooh Shiesty, grimy Memphis dudes is in the other room robbing Gucci Mane security, robbing like white dudes who came with Gucci Mane. These are business people. These is people who came with Gucci. White boys for bags with multiple watches in it, for their wallets, for everything. I'm like, hold on. If the purpose was to have them to sign you out of the deal, robbing the people with Gucci, that makes no sense whatsoever. But the robbery continued, even though Gucci Mane was signing the contract to get Pooh Shiesty from out of it. Now, apparently, like, he had to act apparently, in jail. Yes. Pooh Shiesty had to ask his daddy, hey, Pops, is this good enough? The Pops said, nah, Pooh, tell him to, like, sign a date.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Latrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Toward the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Latrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying
the Rolex
appeared to be the jewelry that had been from the victim.
First of all, man, Pooh, you going to jail, bro. Yeah, I don't know how much to explain this. You ain't coming home. See you at 50 if you're lucky. I'm thinking at this point,
for sure.
60 plus, bro, because they got y'all in 4K. So, Pooh Shiesty,
they got everything y'all did.
It's one of the deathliest of the dust mites called Damn Fool 375. So, this dude stole, he robbed the dudes who.
He said he stole.
He also robbed Gucci Mane as well, okay? So, we see it right here. So, on surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers exiting the building carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag and reported stolen. Now, Rogers also posted a video on his Instagram showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Master with an oyster shield that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM. So this dude is flexing with stolen watches and stolen jewelry because he never had nothing, man.
Exactly.
This dude draws those things.
He took some
bumps.
Dusty, thirsty.
Nothing.
He got straight out the trenches.
It's a shame as well, because you doing drills.
Everybody came straight out the trenches.
And you ain't never had a Rolex. So he's flexing, and the police are seeing this like, oh my God. Just thank God. God. And what makes things worse is the person who they robbed had air tags on the products.
Exactly.
They're bringing these things to their homes. The air tags is tracking them
Dummies.
every time.
Dummies. Straight out the trenches. They don't know no better. They don't know no better.
Instagram and see you posted up with the same things you. All right, but forget about it, bro. All right, bro, cool, man. Yo,
that's how you know he got some dudes out the trenches. Them dudes was happy as hell to have a Rolex. They didn't know what an air tag looked like. Nothing. They didn't know what was nothing. Nothing was what. They just came up and they was flossing.
Thanks to you, cook, bro. And after all abundance of evidence, we didn't find out that everybody who got robbed, including Gucci Mane, is cooperating.
Exactly.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence establishing the defendant's roles.
Exactly.
This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr.
Ankle
at the
bracelet.
location,
Ankle bracelet.
which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions.
Yep, he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Cell phone records and license plate data.
Ankle bracelet and cell phone is Pooh Shiesty there.
Multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Footage from the offense location, a nearby supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
Gucci Mane really Roderick Davis, and he is identified as RD in the paperwork. I want to say Gucci Mane is the biggest rat since 6ix9ine, but I'm happy about this, sir. Tell them all these niggas, man. Right? Man, yeah, listen, man, y'all out here robbing them good white folks, acting like y'all can be held accountable. Man, Gucci Mane, I'm proud of you, man, for not keeping it street. Bro, to rob your employee.
Not keeping it street.
So Gucci Mane, RD, his legal name and the name under which he performed. So he identified Pooh Shiesty by his legal name and the name under in which he performed. All right. So they verified Pooh Shiesty's Instagram account, et cetera, et cetera. Now this says RD Gucci Mane described Pooh Shiesty as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants. An online search of Pooh Shiesty matched the individuals that depicted throughout Pooh's Instagram. The victims also identified Pooh Shiesty's daddy Instagram as Mob Ties Global.
I hate when he say daddy.
Big
I
30.
hate when he say daddy.
Gucci Mane.
That really best.
And the other people that got robbed identified Big 30, a well-known hip-hop artist called Big 30, as present during the offense. Gucci Mane identified his by Instagram. The account others. We like to laugh and joke, but let's be serious right here. Gucci Mane had to tell, not for the obvious reasons. Gucci Mane has Pooh Shiesty signed to him. Gucci Mane knows that Pooh Shiesty is the man
have to tell
bag.
The police
can take Pooh Shiesty right now and sell Pooh Shiesty to a larger label and receive a $15-20 million bag. If Pooh Shiesty made Gucci Mane under duress, sign release papers to get Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal, when Gucci Mane goes to court to say, hey, I signed this under duress, Gucci Mane would have had to tell anyways. Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was going to take a $15 or $20 million L to keep the street and real, right? Like y'all didn't think that Gucci Mane was going to allow
insurance on that jury
to finesse himself out the contract. Go ahead and sign a $20 million deal.
Still for sure.
And keep him out of it, right? Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was that stupid, right? That he was going to lose $20 million for trying to be street, right? For trying to win over y'all validation. Man, cut it out, man. Gucci Mane said, hold on. My two options here is I either tell them folks I signed that contract under duress, and tell or lose out on $20 million, I'm telling, as he should. Because Gucci Mane only had one option. Playing on contestant signing the release paper, he would still have to explain, bro, this is your signature. They have you on camera signing this.
Yes, sir.
You as
But
on
it was
camera
okay.
signing this.
It was.
Because in the indictment, they said that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy pulled out a.
I seen a lawyer today that was speaking on it, and he said in the paperwork it states it was not video of Pooh Shiesty doing that to him. It is all, he said, for sure that it is not in work, that it was video recorded. He said if it was video recorded, Pooh Shiesty would have been violated within 24 to 48 hours if it was an actual footage of him doing that. He said by word of mouth, that's why it took so long. He said that's why as a lawyer, you know, that's why it takes so long. It's a process. If you don't have him on camera and stuff like that, he is not facing the time that you think he's facing. Now the charges are the charges because that's what the state is supposed to do. But as far as if they don't have him on camera, dead bang, doing all the crazy stuff that people may say, because one thing about it, when people are scared and they tell stories, they put extras on a story, even when they lie. They did that to me on the stand. Every time that people got on the stand on me, they would put so much that my lawyer would be like, "Yep, I can't wait to roast them." Every time somebody did that, you like, "Yep, I can't wait to roast their ass," and get up there and roast them like, "So how did this happen? And this happened, and then you said this happened," and then the jury's like, "Oh yeah, this person putting a 10 on a 2." You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all debatable. The charges are the charges, but as everything, you get a lawyer, a lot of that stuff will slide off like butter. Facts.
And they recorded Gucci Mane signing it so Gucci Mane can't deny signing it. So if they have you on camera signing this release paper, they got your signature on the paper, they can take this to end label and say, "Hey, yo, we're out of the contract. I want a new deal."
No,
Gucci Mane would have had to say in court of law, these folks made me sign this under the rep.
yeah, we know all that, Flacco. We don't need your education, all right, bro. We got other things we could talk about. Let's see. Now I got some other stuff on how the rappers feel about Gucci telling. You know, Boosie gonna headline this, so all the rappers that don't like him telling, listen to this. Oh yes, I got some stuff for y'all tonight on the tread. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a commercial. Get it out my lips.
Free.
Boy, YouTube,
Reload.
you show foul to me. They foul with me. Come on, man. Now you gonna buffer.
What you think about Pooh and Goop? I'm finna do my own interview. My first interview since October. About everything that happened since October. I'm finna interview myself. Only $5.99.
$5.99. This nigga stupid. He said it's gonna be $5.
This shit can't be real. This
Got an insurance on that.
man, this shit real. Hey, this shit real with Gucci. Ain't no way this shit, he done the internet be live. You believe that online? I said, you believe all this real? Like, this shit might be real, bro.
I don't know that.
Man, this shit might be real. I'm finna see. The internet gonna tell you this shit real. The internet finna tell you this shit real.
Play the game with him every day. He ain't been on that hoe 2 days.
Ain't been on the game, man.
Play that hoe every day.
Oh,
That ain't bro.
God. Damn. God. It's real, man. Folks say it's real. Man, it's real. Went out right there.
Why be that? You know what, like that shit. And you know how that shit go. That man bad, man. Why put 12 on the wall? You can have no trouble.
Man, Braves can't even. He can't even.
Wow. Boy,
Crazy
you
work.
better sit up, boy. Boy, you better sit up, boy. You better sit up, boy. No. Hell, nah, I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing. I ain't scared to speak on that.
He said, "I ain't nothing." He look high as hell. Phrase look high as hell, dog. He can't believe Gucci did that.
God damn, man.
Somebody shoot the ball, said, "Wop, you a hoe." Every day. Somebody shoot the ball, they said, "Wop, you a hoe." They said, "Wop, you a hoe."
Man, it lost his motherfucking mind, man. Nigga here crazy, man. Man, what the man. Them boys was tripping about that. They had to be tripping about taking that chain back.
He said they had to be tripping. We had that chain back. Yeah, real jail.
I video Gucci Man. I went to Atlanta and I met Gucci Man for the first time. And we did our song, we did video. He had one thing with him. It was a security guard. Big tall bald head.
Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, y'all.
So he embraced me like he supported me. He was like, "Hey, bro, like me, my son, my nephew, like we embrace your music, whatever. I work for Gucci full time." He was like, "But anytime I ain't working, I provide you my services because I'm an off-duty officer and I'm a retired police officer." Then we said, "I'm a retired police officer." With that being said, so
He
it's
said,
still,
"Wow."
I don't know what the going on,
It's
but
security.
or however it went,
Everybody know Gucci security.
I don't think it's WAP the one that's pressing the issue, but the security guard, the one that's the retired police officer, you can't tell him what to do with life. You got
He said
something.
you can't tell him what to do with his life.
I don't get in the streets, do shit. I don't respect it. No, I feel like if you did that shit, and then for real, it really be a bigger picture. It really be a bigger picture. It be money.
It be money. It be money.
So, I'm talking about y'all probably up a dude. He probably up a 15 to like 15, he probably up some big shit. Like, I get it, some big shit, like on no hate shit. Like, he came on to
Yes. He probably up some big shit. Went straight to the lawyer though.
He came out like
Shiesty money going straight to a lawyer. Him and his dad.
if that security guard boy praise the issue dog.
You, just you,
Actually go get
building that.
You ain't never lied.
It's 44.
That's what it is gonna be. And describe these nuts. That's what you would describe. $50 on his ass. 50 cent on his ass. Damn, man, I thought it was, couldn't even read it that fast. He said, man, Waka Flocka said, man, y'all out of your mind. I wonder how Rollo Fangoon feel right now. Body.
I'm on that Euro tour, like I said. I'm in Prague, going back to Paris tonight. But for everybody in my DM, what you think, or how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation. I don't like it for Guwap, most definitely.
He said, I don't like it for either side. I'm
I want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this one's got to be educated and understand the business. You got to negotiate. You got to negotiate. You signed for 100K and now you got 10 M's on the table. It's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom.
He said 10 M. He considered it.
That's how I gotta go.
Well, the cat is out the bag. He just said 10 M's. He said, because if 10 M's on the table, you got to negotiate. So it's a fact. Pooh Shiesty was gonna get 10 M's from Yo Gotti if he jumped ship. 10 M's? He'd do anything to get out of there. You know how much family he could look out for? Everybody be straight damn for their lifetime. Plus what he already
You
got.
can't hustle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate. It's time to educate. It's from the South Wind. I want to see it. There was a time I got Gotti and Guap on the phone together. Us three on the phone. And then ain't nothing to discuss. It was no disrespect. It was no raised voices. Rose just wanted to plant that seed. And I understand one phone call may not fix all the situations, but you want to plant that seed when be able to move forward one day, get some paper one day. CMG 1017 tour one day. That was Rose mindset. And I wish nothing but my homies the best. When it come to business, let's negotiate. Can't take the streets to the do. Gonna get a life sentence with shit, boy. Let's get to the bees. That's the space we
He
in.
said you gonna get a life sentence for that bullshit.
But living by their own codes, breaking a lot of rules, and my own be knowing and realize the punishment that come with that.
Yeah, you can't spaz out. You gonna lose everything. That's a perfect example.
Been my request, but just know,
Spaz out, lose everything.
You gotta feel it. You gotta feel me. It's FaceTiming me now. Hey, boy. Hey, y'all stay focused. Y'all stay focused. This shit bigger than ever. I'm gonna speak on this situation because I want to and I can, right? You know, shout out to Pooh Shiesty and Gucci, man, and their whole situation and shit like that, right? But the communication, man. Because this shit is designed for us to lose anyway. Now look at this shit. Pooh Shiesty wanted to get out the contract with Gucci. I get that. That's business. Let's start handling business, bro. Instead of putting our emotions and our feelings into business, bro. I never know what perspired between them two. I can't speak on that. All I'm gonna speak on as black men, we have to have better communication, bro. Now look, Pooh Shiesty is back landed himself right back in the he got out of. And he still signed Gucci.
Signed the Gucci.
Nothing happened, nothing good.
Still signed the Gucci.
Sat down like men at a round table with some bread, some wine and shit like that, and just talked it out like real men and real bosses. And real, like saying they're not real men or real bosses, but like noble shit, like noble, honorable shit. Now look at this shit. Everybody is up all over again. Behind what? Want to be gangster and shit.
Money.
It's cool to be gangster, but what type of gangster? You want to be the one that be in jail for
money is the root of all evil.
You want to be the gangster that take care of your family, man, forever. The rules of the streets is if you cooperate with law enforcement and give them yours, then yes, you are a rat.
Go whack 100. You gotta take his word.
For the last 10 years, everywhere I seen Gucci, wasn't the streets. A yacht, an exclusive birthday party, a weekend trip to Vegas where he's locked down in his suite, enjoying his friends, to his label.
You gotta sell.
Was seeing Gucci rolling a blunt, personally. So is Gucci upheld to the rules of the streets?
He's signing the streets.
Is he a Crip? Is he a Blood? Is he a GD, a BD, a Vice Lord? Who does he hang with? I don't believe he hangs with
I don't see him
But
flick it
we
up.
socialize and associate
Never see
with
Gucci with nobody.
we deems to be his friends.
He be at the games with his wife. That's what I always see him. He always at a game with his wife. Facts. Gucci ain't never outside with nobody unless he doing a video.
Listen, everybody better open their eyes up. Just because you play the game no way, gonna be the next man is not gonna play the game their way. So when we look down this check,
got to be one of the smartest. Yeah, I got to be. I'm the nice. The boy predict everything about. I predicted the fall of YSL. Yeah. I didn't know how to analyze, assess, make observation, quick observation. If all the police out there, y'all are switch with the window down. Yeah, you can't tell them. Yeah, I can there, so chick. And it sounds like
He talking about some random people driving.
the victim, Gucci was the victim, and gave his testimony. Come on over with me, Gucci. It ain't sound right. Sound right to go and be civilian. Yeah,
He said it's all right to come be civilian.
Come on over. Fresh charging on the ass. So the $400. That's how you get to. Now, I don't hear nobody telling Gucci not to press charge like they tell him, trying to convince me not to press charge on other. I don't hear nobody calling Gucci a whole ass. Not put somebody down there in the coma, have a whole like Suge Knight holding that boy upside down, holding the back, and that Vanilla Ice boy. Man, that's that girl. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty done come out here acting like red on 5 heartbeats.
Oh, my mama, what's the hours? 9 to 5.
Say the boy done come out here acting like red off the 5 heartbeats, man.
What's my hours? 9 to 5. I said that this morning on my live. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got the same jokes. Me and Charles White got the same jokes. That's crazy. I said that early this morning. I beat him.
And the Russian went back to the goatee. Scott and I said, well, I'm sure looking forward to you come to the concert and like young go to jail for the song. No, man, damn, Shiesty.
You see, every car is passing him. Every car on that freeway is passing him. Charles White drive like an old man. Look, every car is passing him.
God damn. Shit. Anytime, or if you're in other town, think about telling this is it right here. You talking about the kind
He said anytime you think about telling the time right now.
up to a life sentence. Oh man, whoever these FBI agents here, they finna get a promotion. They
For sure.
They for bringing down Shiesty.
Yep. Just for the name of Shiesty. Just for
did all that time in jail in the feds. He around people that have unbelievable cases where it show how far the feds willing to go. Pooh Shiesty came home, y'all, and made the first day out. They sent him right back to jail.
He said they sent him right back to jail.
It's our main enemy. That's why I call myself Wooded versus Wooded. I have to fight myself every day to not let these suckers trick me back in jail.
True.
Not let these suckers trick me away from
That's true.
and take my life.
What are you right?
That young nigga came home, bro, and
right.
that young boy numbers. First song he put out, they said he was gonna flop. That young nigga went to the top. He had all the cars, the lifestyle, everything.
Yes, he did.
But he didn't change his mindset.
He had every car, Rolls Royce,
I was gonna go.
with the chain to match.
We our own enemy. The shit stopped when we change our mindset. Man, we ain't got to fake an image no more. We did what these wish they can do. We ain't got to keep doing it. That's why I say they play the game till they lose. You got to know when to get out of it, bro. You got to know when to say, okay, this is it. Because they all love you. They gas you on. And when they're putting handcuffs on you, and you come to the realization that this shit is real. Now y'all want.
He said when they put them handcuffs on you. Oh my mom.
The feds are real.
When they put them handcuffs on you.
It's real. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This ain't no TV show. This our real lives. And y'all wonder why you white people don't want to see us with no money. Because we do stupid shit with it. You had no business doing that. You folks came out here and led by example. God bless the rest of y'all.
He said, God bless the rest of y'all.
I don't tell nobody, not even police. I don't believe in none of that shit. One thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Y'all man.
He said, so fast. See? That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
$76.
Shut up. That's crazy work. Pooh Shiesty did NBA YoungBoy money. YoungBoy numbers. First day out. Whole piece of work. You know what it is to get YoungBoy money? Numbers? You the truth. Man, this wasn't supposed to play, man. What's going on with... Oh, yeah. This is it. All right. Poetic Taco. And hurry up, too. We're going to make a commercial.
Video commercial, like as credence, you feel what is just like the overall?
I just feel like Flacco playing a dangerous game, but you know he's a civilian, and I guess
He said under the civilian.
Okay. To me, you playing a dangerous game, bro. Especially if you like plan on being back and forth in LA. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't know. He might not feel that way, but for me, I feel like, damn. Hopefully, you'll be safe after this type. Yeah, it's dangerous to me. Like, bro, I wouldn't even want to put myself in that.
Yeah, Flacco.
At all. Detective saw.
And then we're that red rag.
Flacco,
you asked
Me personally,
like really
one bit.
me neither.
Like nothing about it.
Hey, Spotty Face. Them shirts. Daisy Dukes.
One of the people who
Spotty Face at the pocket for the shorts.
I don't care if you're a civilian or not. You're not the police. You shouldn't be doing police.
No, right.
If you have aspirations of being law enforcement or any correctionals or anything like that, I feel like you should just go be that.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? But I do get it. You know, he's in the content space. See, it's like a double entendre because, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this information, like Flacco said, has been either presented to him or it's been public knowledge or public information. And that's what people be making a mistake at. When you put it out there for public consumption, you know what I mean? You really can't get mad, you know what I mean? For doing what Flacco did, but at the end of the day, it's like I just never been a fan of that. And like, you know what I'm saying, bro said, like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of a dangerous game and things like that. But to be honest,
from the line. But that red rag
told much, you know what I'm saying? Like
hey, honestly, when I woke up this morning thinking about what everything Flacco been doing, especially with that red bandana, I said you might as well be the reincarnated Draco the ruler. Because all you doing is taunting the same ops that Draco died taunting. Draco the ruler was taunting them every single day, even to the day before when he got pulled over with his son in the Uber. I don't know if y'all remember that. He was like, no, I ain't getting out the car. I watched it was live. He was like, no, I ain't getting out the car. What am I getting out the car for? I'm not the driver. Like, why are you talking to me? Ooh, this is an Uber driver. I don't have to get out the car and all that. They thought he had a blick on him. My mama pulled him over in an Uber. I ain't never seen nobody get pulled over in an Uber, and they ain't even mess with the driver. They wanted directly you with his son. Crazy work. That was live.
Personally, I ain't gonna get into that. But what my personal thing is, like I said on the Tuesday show, I'm cool. I would never argue with Flacco. Like a lot of people don't know, like in this narrative that they painted, like, oh, Flacco came on the Tuesday show and he marched on. People don't even know I hollered at Flacco before that. I knew. Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you he didn't know. I didn't know he was coming, but I knew he was coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm pretty sure you guys made that.
Yeah, we chopped it up before.
Like, he just came in because it would have been that, like, you know what I'm saying? So we chopped it up beforehand or whatever the case was. That I just never spoke on it because I don't really care about that. But like I said on the Tuesday show, and I told everybody else, like I'm cool. I would never argue with Flock about that. I would never, you know what I'm saying? Because in my personal opinion, it's like a street dude like me. It's not, when I say a street dude, it ain't mean like I'm out here still doing all the street activity.
Every word of
That's my life, you know what I'm saying? My code, my morals, and my principles. You get what I'm saying? So if I know I'm living on morals and principles and I'm standing on business as a street dude, messing with Flacco, it's a win, it's a lose because he not playing fair. He could tell on you, he could do anything that he wants to, and he don't have to, you know what I'm saying, abide by no street code. He don't have to answer to no game. He don't have to, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So me, in my personal opinion, anybody that get into it, this dude, an AK-47, a whack 100 and all that, you behind the 8 ball. You at a disadvantage because they don't play fair, bro.
You can't go to the police, but they might.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they got paid.
This woman in Kansas
I don't
City,
even know what that means.
Memphis, 6.1 million in claim money. Like,
Or they got
what?
paid. I never understood what he said. Paint or pay.
Look, the other angle of it though, too, I'm a Draco the Ruler fan. I don't even think Draco would have wanted all of that to be going on. You feel me? Like, you niggas solve a crime. Leave that to the police.
What do you
know
think
what I
of
mean?
like the side of like Flacco's gonna say, yeah, but I'm not a gang member like y'all.
This is what Draco would want. Slide. Why do I slide for him? His own brother ain't even slide for him. His brother wears chains every day. His brother's still in the studio, same house that Draco had. He ain't gonna get no get back. So I mean, even with all okay, and then we could take it even deeper. With everybody talking about Draco the Ruler, and we talking about him not sliding, how you think even more caved up in the house he finna be?
Journalistic, right? You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, like they said, is I gathered this from the internet. It's kind of like the Trap Lord Ross effect, where he gets flagged, but he's just gonna lean on that.
Yeah, so but that's what I was alluding to earlier. Is you can't blame him because it's content and it's there for public knowledge. He shouldn't know any of this thing. So to be honest, I'm not mad at Flacco for doing his job and what he want to do because it's freedom of speech and they put it out there for them. You know, whoever put that out, I don't know who put it out there for him. No, he said a certain individual put it out there, certain individuals. I don't know that to be true.
Yeah.
So I'm saying however he obtained that information or obtained that
He said he was talking to a detective.
Yeah, but whatever. I heard you say certain individual's name. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't know that to be true.
Yeah.
What I'm saying though is I just don't with it.
Yeah.
That's not something I would do. I don't feel like it's in good taste, but I can't get mad at a person for doing his job. But why I say that is because I don't believe in the civilian shit. I'm like,
not right, because even grandma didn't do stuff like that, bro. Grandmama was a civilian.
Police work.
You feel me?
But then, like he's gonna say, what about the news? You know what I'm saying? That's like these
That's what I heard that name though.
saying that are you getting mad at the news if they're reporting like, hey, this guy's
no,
wanted for murder?
no, I see what he's saying. I'm not mad at Flacco. I just don't with it.
Yeah, it's just taboo.
It's too much.
It's taboo, bro.
With all the information that said work, talking to the police.
Read the room, bro. I knew Flacco. I'm on. Hey, look, bro. I apologize with everything I did to you. I'm cool, bro. Please, I'm not. That right there, different.
But see, King AK-47 dropped the video before Flacco did.
He tried to get in front of it. He already.
Yeah, he was trying to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like again, like that. A person.
And dude act like he a street guy. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's on the same type of thing, like saying,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have no ties to the world.
He was gonna drop the video first, and then he jumped out the window and just threw a name out there. But it was a totally different guy.
Yeah, he didn't throw the name Flacco threw out there, but it was still up the same, alley or whatever.
Yeah, so that's like messing with a broad, or you know what I'm saying, or like you get into you get into with your broad, and she call the police on you. Well, first time she call this call the police. It's over. We can't never do this. No, I'm cool. Like you, at least you're supposed to. If it's telling you, bro, I'm the police, I'm gonna call the police. I work with detectives. If you know this, like in my personal opinion, you gotta learn how to read, nigga. You gotta.
Yeah, because like what Aunt Hefe said, he said, I believe people when they say that type of shit. It's like you ain't believe it.
Playing like that, though, bro.
Niggas ain't
And
playing.
you see what he did? Like, nigga, I'm not playing. I'm not even answering whack 100 no more. I'm cool. I see what's going on. I'm not even going back and forth with him. No, you got it. They got it with me.
Yeah, individuals like that you can't really win with if you get into it with them. You know what I mean? Because they don't,
bro.
yeah,
You gotta do this. You can't play. You gotta play fair, and they playing dirty.
yeah.
And that's what street. That's what street gotta start learning how to. Or let me just real fast before you. Go ahead. I love to make this chess analogy. I love to, but always refer it to my people, which is black people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say minorities. Period. People when it's in the streets. If you a good chess player, bro, you know if you lose too many pieces, it ain't really nothing you can do. So as far as being a street dude, say for a street dude, can't snitch. You gotta stay solid. You can't roll up. You can't go to no PC yard. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you're supposed to do every time. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The code ethics. So every time that you got to do this because of your street game or whatever the case is, or your code, you taking another piece off the chessboard.
True.
And all these,
on top of being a man too, the rules are just called being
so
a man.
pieces you really left with is pawns and the king. I don't give how good of a chess player you are. You could be a moderate, you could be a halfway decent chess player, bro, and you could beat it with, you know what I'm saying, only with pawns on the board, bro. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, is we put our own self at a disadvantage, but then we want to go to war out here. You can't go to war at a disadvantage, my nigga. Like, you see what I'm saying?
But why
So,
you
like Whack No 100 and Flacco and all these AK-47s and all the other they be doing the police work and all that. I'm cool in that, bro. You can't win.
So are you like looking at gang members sideways if they do with Flacco or they do with Flacco or like have contact with them, talk to them and shit?
Bro, I was just finna say.
I mean, to be honest,
do you see how skinny Lush is? Look at Lush. Look how little he is. I swear to God, Lush look like he got cancer. Drugs, MacArthur Park, syringes, pipes, everything. Everything down there. What, green, not green card, social securities, ID. MacArthur Park. Everybody's there. If you don't believe the mafia's there, you out your mind. And then it's so crazy. One side is the MSs and one side the 18th streets, and they worse enemies. You heard what I said. You heard exactly what I said. And you know why they don't touch each other? Mexican mafia. They just got raided. They just got caught. What was it? No, I can't say this month. Last month, got caught with like 13 P's of ice. True story. Dead homies. MacArthur Park. Like I said, one side, Mario Salvatrucha, and the other side, 18th Street. All throughout LA, all war to the death. At MacArthur Park, they cool. They cool. It's a fact. Like, put it like this: if you black, they'll let you do your thing, but you ain't gonna do your thing. Like, if you see the little, as they call it, zombie land, if you see the little zombie land going on, the Mexicans, they ain't really tripping off you just walking through. Oh, hey, you wanna They'll let you do that while you there. Come back tomorrow and try to set up like it's a business. Stay on your ass. Real talk. They know downtown LA is so much hustling. It just people just doing it just because that's their way of life. I seen a girl down there so long, she probably down there tonight. Down there so long, had kids and everything by people serving all them niggas in jail for dope cases. I seen her coming in and out of jail for at least 13 years. and you ain't never been to jail, I used to tell everybody, she the police. It ain't like you went to jail, came back, went back to jail. You know, you never got missing. You hear every day a female, and she swear she ain't the police. Guess where she from? 60s. Little short mama, dark skin. She got a little fetty up right now, so she got a little 16-inch. But if you've been down there 13 years straight and ain't never caught a case, and nobody even knows you to go to jail, bitch, you the police.
Each his own. Each his own. Again, I just don't fuck with people that do, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing personal, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's shout out to him. When you do police work and all that, to me, that's the same as you hanging with a rat, bro. I don't give a if you're I'm on the other side of the spectrum, bro. I don't care if you're a civilian or not, bro. You got paperwork, bro.
Yeah, that's he said he's a rat.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
see, but he owned it, but you really can't say it just like I'm saying, like, nigga, y'all not treating the police like that. Y'all not doing this like that. Y'all not doing this like that. But at the end of the day, it's like I just don't agree with the civilian shit.
Yeah, that's that Charleston White effect, bro. Charleston brought that shit to the game. Civilian, I'm gonna call the police and you niggas not gonna do nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Charleston tactics.
Oh, I ain't got no problems with Flacco, Whack 100, Charleston.
Dude that stabbed Draco in his neck. Who was it? He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. We are not going to show the footage or identify the victim of the murder because we personally don't want to include the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not going to show nor identify who the victim was, that footage is of Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at a. But who was that dude out on bail as he's fighting this murder case? Now, when he found out that I was going to do this video about him, that I was going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Draco the Roller, he deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. Him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told he was the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The streets credit him, Frankenstone, Frank Williams, as the one who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. People who were present have told anyone willing to listen that Frankenstone is who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. Funny, but it's just a fact. Now the question here is Red Bull.
Like, honestly,
trying to laugh.
I want to be offended by the bandanas, but Flacco is so hilarious. It's hard to not think it's funny. Yeah. But
that nigga just being funny.
How's that pay?
He just being funny.
Yes. Video him wearing the red band. This is what I gotta do. This is what I got.
Flacco, he was dreaming of this day. He wanted to have the most creative content he could ever have. But wait, he's Munchie's friend. Did you see the way he did his voice to try to set? But wait, he has another murder. I'm not going to show you because we want to do this for the sake of the family. But really, he's Munchie's friend. You see how he be trying to go up and down with the pitch? The pitch of his voice is when he's selling you something. Man, this nigga, he practiced that shit in the mirror. My mama, he did. Dead homies. Then he was like, what's the worst way to troll him? You remember when Munchie B was going back and forth with Snoopy Shenane? And he had Munchie with the lips out, with the red rag, looking zesty as hell all the time. And remember how they both got each other's page struck and they got demonetized? Flacco remember that. Flacco know how mad he was about Snoopy Shenane doing that to him. And see what happened? Now he did a rag, like he did it he put a little too gangster for YouTube with it. He put a little DC baby Draco vlogs with it. He put a little academics, put the emphasis on stuff where you really believe. Like, but wait, there's more. He's a suspected murderer that had one way back and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So everyone knows he has this to do that to Draco the Ruler. See how he just selling you a used car. He like a good salesman, and he gonna sell you a lemon. 4 months ago, he said Pooh Shiesty got into an argument with Gucci Mane. He got in the car and left. Now he was in there. It's footage. Like, you see what I mean? I don't see how they don't get sued because you running borderline lying on a nigga. But I guess maybe I gotta look it up more. You know what I mean? To see what's really commentary and what's going too far. But the point in the matter is he wouldn't be able to speak on them unless it was a real murder involved and a name was tied to it. But he could build a story to make it lean towards him because, you know, that's the attributes he's been arrested for already type ish.
All right, nigga, we ain't gonna be dissing this bitch, man.
I think that's a huge reach and cope. Like
I think the nigga he just doing this to be funny, bro. That nigga just trying to be funny.
I think the general message is just, you know what I'm saying,
Trying to be funny,
has to
bro.
do with the blood on the rare. It's just like
Leslie, bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Flacco's.
But look, to Flacco's point, do be self-snitching. Do be wanting to be known for. I never heard the nigga say that he did some, you know what I mean? But do be wanting to be known for their work sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying that Flacco should put it out, but I'm saying
The internet and shit.
He's
way worse.
a journalist. He's a good dude, like overall, you feel me? And I'm not hating on him, but guess what, bro? There's nothing to be made light of anything to do with the death of Draco, bro.
Hell no, bro.
And I know that's not what he's trying to do. You feel me? Like, but to me, like this is not really funny, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Find your perfect.
Find your perfect. Shut the hell up. Yeah, Flacco know what he doing. And on top of that, Flacco's endorsed. Flacco got, I'm finna show you his endorsement right now. Flacco is endorsed by Figaro, back on Fig. On my mama. On my mama. What kind of tomfoolery is going on? All right, ain't messing with me. All right, we'll find it anyway. We'll find it anyway. We'll go find it. Bam. This is Flacco's endorsement right here. This is who makes Flacco feel good about what he's doing.
Any intelligent.
Here we go. Man, it's hot as hell up in here, man. Got my window open. Every night it's just hot.
Influencing you to crash out are ruining your brand. How you have such a wholesome family brand, and Flacco is coming and having T-Rail get into politics. I said, how y'all blaming me for, bro, like the nigga is almost 50. How y'all blaming me for like a grown man? You feel me? Like, yo, right? Like a grown man decisions. You feel me? So what is for that, man? All right, them being mad at you for getting into the politics with the grid program. Like they said, I'm influencing you in a bad way.
First and foremost, that's what I really want to get on. You know what I'm saying? Two, what I really want to just highlight and let everybody know is I think Flacco, and it's crazy that Flacco will be the one though, but I think Flacco was really truly finna bring Relly back outside. You know what I mean? This really real, you feel me?
Look at the way Flacco is.
I needed this. I need this.
He's fully endorsed.
Really don't give a
He's endorsed. Like T-Rail loves it.
Shared, you know what I mean? And one person that told me that was whack, you know, and I had a, you know, he was like, why you don't use all your relationships, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Bring these people on, this and that and the other. He was like, you know, I was like, you know what, I be afraid to say different things and do this because I don't want to ruffle these feathers and this, that, and the other. He was like, but why do you came on your platform, this, that, and the other? I was like, man, it's a long story, I don't know this, that. He was like, T-Rail, homie, it's time to stop giving it's time
It's time to stop giving a because these niggas gonna need you at the end of the day, homie. These careers and whatever the fuck they got going on gonna dwindle, and you gonna be doing your thing, and they gonna need you at the end of the day, man. Do what you know how to do. You feel me? And you know, I didn't take the advice then, but here comes Flacco. You feel me? And I gotta sit here and you know counter you sometimes, and sometimes I agree with you, sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? But I be feeling like I gotta be biased sometimes. But the other day, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man.
And what y'all gonna do? I'm here. What are y'all gonna do? Y'all not gonna do. Y'all just gonna sit here and react to it. And this is what me and Flacco gonna do, because you niggas, that's the difference between me and Flacco.
Hey, listen though. Listen.
He talking to Damian Porter. He talking to Damian Porter right now.
Now it's gonna be, well, hey man, CT Row is now part of these exposers. Wack done got in his ears. You see, bro, it's Wack for man. Wack done, they finna tell you that Wack is in your ear, that Wack is the one who is influencing. Bro, they do it to me, bro. I'm a grown man. Yo, somebody told me that, that Wack is putting me on his place. Bro, I'll be real. Wack do give me information sometimes, but sometimes too, yo. Like for example, this situation with the whole Draco stuff, man, bro, Wack was shocked when I told him this information. You feel me? So I'm telling you, man, you even telling that Wack story, man, they finna come back, man. But
I just don't understand why people are more focused on you guys than the facts that we discussed. Is that these are in these programs? It's kind of bogus. Can we answer to that?
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I always said, listen, man, like, my problem with the program is I just don't think that gang members should be getting $42 million of our hard-earned money, right? That's my problem with the program. Do I think they snitching? I don't know. Right?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Right? Do I think they snitching? I don't know. All right? But I will say this, though. If you do have a police phone and you are somebody who is talking to the police, is snitching. If you're somebody who have agreed to give the police information, I don't need to find out if you actually gave the police information. Use a rat. So that's my model. If you gave the police any information or agreed to give the police information, use a rat. But here's the thing, though, and this is what a lot of these dudes don't understand. If you tell us, man, I'm writing for a check, man, we would applaud you, as you should. These stupid will get caught anyway. So if you got to make them get caught sooner for a bag and feed your family off the bag, that's honorable. That's commendable. You are a man of honor. You are a gentleman. You are somebody that we respect and salute.
Who is we? Who's we salutes that? Who's we?
Somebody on this panel salute.
No.
No.
If you're doing that, you're a backstabbing. You're a backstabbing.
Salute that. Man, listen, man. Wait, hold on, though. So if the ops commit a crime in my neighborhood, and I'm part of the grid program, and it's my job to report it, and I report the ops, this was my neighborhood, and they get caught up, that's backstabbing?
If those are your homies, and you like, man, I'm sorry, man, I had to tell on you, man.
No. If the ops came into the neighborhood and did some, right? They came, shot the park up. They came, like, you feel me? This is some wild shit. Is backstabbing to tournament?
I think I know who did it.
Come on, bro. Man, listen, man. Listen, man. Speaking of backstabbing, man, the world has said that I backstab Munchie B. Now, when you guys watched the video, did it look like I backstabbed Munchie B?
It looked like you was retaliate. That's what it looks like. That's
retaliation for what?
For him saying that he was gonna get your ass beat up, killed, threaten your life, whole family. That was your way of retaliating. Take him down and to tarnish his character and everything that he's built on this little internet, man. That's what you did. That's what that video did to Munchie B. And you know, like I know. And this, I'm gonna explain this on Back on Fig too, you know what with these white people, man. These white people have figured it out. They have figured out how to fluster and have these black gang members get emotionally unstable when you say they are not from where they are or they are a snitch. You feel me? Like,
all it takes.
this is all it takes. This is ridiculous. And you know how to press those buttons as well. And you were pressing those buttons so good. You were articulating yourself so well. It made it almost seem like Munchie B had something to do with it.
Hey, listen, I never say, listen.
He said,
I never say, Munchie B did say, though, that now, again, this is a problem, too, right? Gang members don't understand what words means.
He said gang members don't understand what words means. He's stupid. He roasting. He acting like they just straight ignorant. Everybody ain't ignorant, Flacco.
It's stupid. So when Munchie B, no, I'm serious. Cause check this out. When Munchie B looked at that camera and says, when Draco died, I kicked him while he was down, literally. I don't think Munchie B understood what literally means, right? Either that or he just like told on himself. But he said on a podcast, and I played it in the video, when Draco died, I kicked him while he was down, literally. I think what Munchie B meant by literally is metaphorically, right? I kicked him while he was down metaphorically, meaning he's in the dirt right now, and I'm kicking him while he's
getting on. Right.
Yeah, right? But he said literally, and that made the internet think, oh, hold on. So you was one of the people who was saying Draco, no, but Draco never got stomped out, and that's how I knew he was lying. But I think the problem here is, man, so first off, the reaction to my video has been amazing. Everybody, including street dudes, have been DMing like, hey, bro, good job, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
He lying.
Draco, man, they deserve it, man. Expose him.
He lying.
That's what Nick was telling me in the DMs. Now, I wish more of the street dudes would come forward and say it publicly, hey, man, I support Flacco doing that, man. Get them off the streets. But Nick, use civilians and hobby on us to push their agenda. Cool, but I ain't pushing for nobody. I'm pushing for myself, right? But the reaction to my video has always been, we can't hold it against you. Behind the scenes since that video is Nick has been trying to politic me out of these relationships, right? They've been calling people who I know, talking about, hey, bro, how you still going the nigga who just, told? I said, I didn't tell. Telling is giving information to the police.
Correct.
Receiving information ain't telling. I can receive information and disseminate it. Giving information to the police that leads to somebody getting locked up.
True.
Found a loophole.
That's true.
Yeah, I found a loophole. I could talk to the police all I want. As long as I don't give information, I'm in the clear. There can't no street hold it against me, bro. Feel me, man? Now, yo, listen, bro. I was talking to P Nice, I think last night, right? No, it was like the morning of. Man, P Nice was like, hey, bro, Flacco, bro, like, bro, man, listen, bro, like, you making it hard on us, the street dudes who rock with you, man, because, bro, I said, P Nice, if anybody give you flack for like working with me and saying that I'm a snitch, tell them, define a snitch. Giving information, right? If I don't give information and I'm receiving information, I'm disseminating the information that I receive. That's not snitching. I'm actually helping them out. I actually listen.
He said he helping people out.
And in the video, his phone's been tapped since 2023. He probably didn't know this, or he probably did know his phone been tapped, right? But I told him, right? And me saying that also alerted everybody else. YG phones is tapped. So if you call him YG and his phones is tapped, just understand, hey man, whatever you talked about is gonna be used against you. So what I did, I think should be seen as me, like me doing a service for the streets of LA.
He said a service.
Doing a service and alerting and trying to keep I ain't trying to keep off the streets because that's obstruction, right?
He said it's because that's obstruction.
Yo, I'm helping them out,
Straight
right?
police work.
So I feel like where like the backlash from, I guess, Munchie B and the Bloods is coming from, because the Bloods tell me they ain't have shit to do with it. So if Munchie B ain't have shit to do with it, then why is Munchie B upset? Why ain't Munchie B seeing this as Taco just did a service for the streets? He just alerted my homie YG, his phones is tapped, and they're coming after him, right? So I don't know, man. Hey, Bartha, from your perspective, how did y'all feel about the video?
The video was very well put together and
amazing, right?
Very, very,
He said
very
amazing,
well put
right?
together. Amazing. But in that video, you did tell on a couple people and you highlighted a couple people. But it's
You show him, bro, video. You show him the clip of the dude, and I was like,
but it's on the internet. It's nothing.
It's on the internet.
It's nothing that he's not showing.
Oh no,
I've seen though. But
no, I'll be real though. Well, no, the video of the murder incident is not on the internet yet. Like the video of him murdering.
That's not a good look, man.
Like the crib at the after party spot. I couldn't play the full video because the full video shows him stabbing the dude in his neck.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't put that on the thing.
No, he stabbed another crib.
Yeah, it's too much. What's the deal?
In the neck, on camera, on video. The same way he stabbed Draco the Roller. He lucky this is YouTube and I couldn't play that clip. And then also too, man, like other people who was involved was politicking me.
Look at old Philly cheesesteak. Oh, Philly cheesesteak over here.
You know, I want their homie to be seen dying, and he told me his
I get
yeah, right.
I get that part. I get that.
Crazy work.
Bodyguard. I didn't see you don't got no facts. You have zero facts of him doing anything that you said he did, and you put him in the mix.
His microphone.
He has family, he has friends, and now you throwing it out there as if he has something to do with that too, which I feel like is out of pocket. But then that's your choice. You know, that's your choice. That's what you have to deal with. That's crazy.
Hey guys, when y'all are listening to T-Rel, right? Like say that, right? And understand that the dude is an honorary fig community member, and that's why T-Rel is here sticking up for him.
Oh yeah.
He's sticking up for this because he knocking from right? He's not sticking up for him.
He couldn't wait to do it. He couldn't do it. Yeah, he had it.
Out for the guy because he believes the guy is innocent. I'm sticking up for him because the guy is an honorary community member.
I can't.
He said honorary.
You never hear me say what
he said. Was member
who was fighting next to Draco came on a live stream and said YG security guard passed the knives. So how's that my fault?
He said that, but it's still no facts to it. He was on to it. He came,
man.
He made sure that the knives were supplied to the whole crew. Like, what are you talking about? Lock up?
Yeah, lock up too much.
No. He never said whole crew because if you watch the video, he says
if you watch the video,
security guard knife to somebody or pass a knife to and so I'm saying if the nigga who was there is telling you I seen him pass a knife to me, how can you tell him he lying? Come on, man.
I can't tell him he lying. It's my story against yours.
And also too though, like the guy is in the Draco video. Like the video, like a Draco and I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like dude is in the video. Like we see the in the video with the shorts on.
So all of that shit happening, right?
Going right. Again though.
And do you
I never said nothing about blood.
You got enough time to analyze who passing knives and guns. Out of here.
Not guns.
It don't matter. Passing any weapons. How do you have enough time to sit there and analyze? Oh, he did it. Believe in that.
There's so many people moving around. Bro,
it's too much going on.
If dudes are approaching me, it's very easy how I can scan and see one pass the other and say, oh, the knife. That's not hard. Like if is approaching me, I can see who passed who a knife. That's not hard.
Any intelligent that's finna get it popping in a public space ain't finna approach you and say, "Oh, here we go. Oh, here go the knife, man. Right in front of you, man. Get over here."
But if you watch the video, though, wait.
I'm not saying here.
No. So if you watch the video, though, the guy who looked like gloves is right next to K7. So if you watch like the still shot of it, right? Again, it's Draco, it's Coop right here. Then we see De Niro Donut, and we see Ralphie. And then K7 is there as well. The guy that people are saying, wait, hold on, is that Gloves? The ball guy with the shorts on? He's right next to K7. So if anybody like who's seen it, it's K7. Now, I'm just saying this, okay? Again, man, I don't want to highlight it because K7 is my boy. You know, he said something in an emotional state right after the incident.
He really didn't mean
against him. So I don't want to highlight it, you feel me? Because, you know, like K7 is a gangster. He's a real dude. He ain't no rat. He ain't no...
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
Emotional moment on stream. On IG Live after the incident. But don't put that on Flacco. I'm just telling you what
it's showing right now. Anything that's known between your hood and your homies, it's just a matter of time before somebody blurted out for the clout. It's just what it is. So why do anything? Ain't nothing gonna be a secret. So what is the point of being from any gang or anything like that? You might as well just live your life and just live your one life and try to get what you can out of it, because it's telling for sure. All the way from the rappers, all the way to mamas and daddies. Shit, look at Queso. His dad straight up told on him, no problemo, got on the stand type shit. At this point, it's just bogus. But look, to even go further, and the dude they talking about, because Flacco just he loves T-Rail because he toots his horn. I wouldn't say blow smoke up his butt, but he toots his horn. And Flacco has gotten very good with holding his emotions in. Like, he'll act like he yawning and shit when he don't want to smile when T-Rail was giving him his flowers. But he was giving him his flowers. Like, he pretty much told him, ta-ta, good performance, my son. Ta-ta. That's what he did. And what Flacco is feeling right now, he's at the peak of his college career. He don't look at it like everybody else, like us. He don't look at it like us. He look at it as like, bro, I finally, what I went to school for paid off, mom. All that gang banging stuff you told me not to talk about. Yeah, look what I did. Oh yeah, I really made it. That's what he on. I ain't mad at him. It's just what it is. Now, this is the dude he told on, but respectable rants wouldn't cloud it up off of it. So you know how it go. Can't be really mad at nobody these days. Really can't. Everybody gonna cloud up. You really can't do
Who was that dude that stabbed Draco in his neck? Who was it? Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in.
You were being like intentionally cryptic and almost suggesting that you feel like there will be arrests.
Oh yeah, because I'm a dad. I could feel it in my spirit. It's gonna happen really soon.
A gunman approached a backyard party, a party full of young people. He fired into the crowd. 2 people ended up dead, and in a cruel twist of fate, they were brother and sister.
Developing news out of downtown LA, where a man was to death. According to the LAPD, the victim was stabbed multiple times. That happened just about 1:45 this morning. This is along Wall Street.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about Frankenstone from BPS. We're going to break down everything from his cases to how poetic Flacco would accuse him of unaliving Draco the Ruler. But let's dive right into it. And we're going to start off with his first major adult arrest, where he was arrested on February 1st of 2004 at the age of 20. And they would charge him and one other person with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of mayhem, 1 count of attempted robbery, 1 count of shooting at a vehicle. And if you look to the right, the offense dates January 31st of 2004. Frankenstone's co-defendant's name would be Nutcase. and him and Frankenstone would be accused of robbing and shooting and killing a teenage brother and sister. In the
Hold up, Nutcase. I know Nutcase. I played football. I met him in high school. I met Nutcase in 10th grade. He was in the 10th grade. I was like in the 9th. And we played varsity for Inglewood High School. And Nutcase used to take me to his hood. It was Red Eyes, Nutcase, Fila, Pharaoh, some other OG nigga in a wheelchair, looked like Snoop Dogg off the movie. We used to clown him because he looked like Snoop Dogg. You know that movie when Snoop Dogg was in the wheelchair and he tried to get away from the police? We used to always laugh at him because we used to tell him, like, blood, the police get up on you, you got a strap and all the shit on you. He was like, yeah, but just like him, they can't make me lift up. We was like, yeah, Snoop Dogg. He used to be in the Chesapeake Park apartments or something like that. Who else? Yellowstone, Naughty B, Lunch Meat. Anyway, that's enough names. I ain't got to do all that. So, Nutcase used to have me over there ditching school. And I remember I ditched over there for probably about, like 8 weeks. Got in trouble. Damn, they got my ass whooped. And, yeah, I had to go to continuation because of him. So anyway, we were still going to Inglewood High right after I got out of that continuation. And I don't know how he stayed there, but he was still there. So I came back and yeah, now I'm able to go to school with him. So all of a sudden, like I said, we used to be over there in this hood. And for some reason, the 40s try to slide by Inglewood High. I never forget. It was like a Chevy Malibu, like a 2001, 2002. And yeah, I guess if they didn't notice me, they noticed Nutcase. It didn't even matter. Like I said, I was over there for 8 weeks straight, just ditching school every day, never went. Me and Nutcase. So yeah, one day they tried to, I guess, follow us to school or just knew we was there, seen us in there. And I remember them niggas like 40 neighborhood crib, whoa, whoa. And I remember Nutcase jumped over the gate. I jumped over the gate like a dumbass. Like we jumped to go get these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Running towards the car, but he had a blicky, I had a blicky too. And I remember that nigga got off with a 4-5 right in front of the school while class was going on. Bah, 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 bah. We just ran. They knew Nutcase from the back because he had that S curl. Me too. I had S curl too. So we just ran. And somehow, some way, we got out of that somehow, some way. I don't even know how. But they sent both of us back to this continuation school, which was Hillcrest. And that's where we went to Hillcrest. Then I ended up going to camp. And then I got out. And then I heard he was just like doing his thing over there in the BPSs. So the next thing I know, I see this nigga in like 32, 34, 3,000 flow in the county. And they put all the young niggas together. It was like all over there was state. Everybody was going to the state. And it was young niggas. Like they had a young nigga program. So for some reason, I graduated, but they still sent me to that thing. Like, I don't know, maybe they didn't do my assessment, but they sent me over there to the classes. Like I still needed to graduate school, but I already graduated. Oh, I was in there for a weed case. I got caught with a QP on Crenshaw, Manchester. So they told me I had to do a county lid. I had to do, but end up doing like 10, 12 days. But I thought I had to do a year. So anyway, me and this nigga Nutcase, we ended up going to school together, right? And this is the last time I seen this nigga Nutcase. He told me he had life. He told me he had a couple bodies. He told me he ain't going home. He said the 18 streets is getting on the stand. This is exact words. The 18 streets is getting on the stand on me. What else he tell me? Oh, he just said he crashing out on everything. All his enemies, woo, woo, woo. And he said he don't give a damn about a Mexican. So one day in class, an 18th Street come up in there, got it all on his face and stuff, tatted up. Mind you, all of us is like 20. Well, I was 18. The most you could be is like 21 in there, 20, 21, maybe 22. But you ain't finna be 23, 24. No, not in the county jail. So yeah, we all went to class one day, and he told me, he said, "Hey, bud, when I go up there and sharpen this pencil, I'm finna bust on this nigga from 18." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, blood from 18." He was like, "Yeah, blood think it's smooth, blood. I'm finna bust on blood with a pencil." I was like, yeah. He was like, yep. When I bust on blood, they're gonna be 17. I was like, this nigga burnt in. He was like, yeah, nigga, they're gonna be 17th Street when I'm done with that nigga. And just like he did, that nigga got his paper, balled it all up, folded it up, his little folder, walked over there just like regular. But it was kind of big, kind of stocky. But walked over there, and he had his little braids and shit. And nigga sharpened that pencil. And as soon as he got by that mask, yeah, 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 yeah. And you heard the police put us all down. That's the last time I seen Nutcase. Nutcase told me he had about like 4 or 5 bodies. Yep. He was gladly telling me like, blood, I got like 4 or 5 bodies. Yeah, I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, blood. I was out there whacking niggas. I was like, yeah. He was like, Crips, 18 streets. He was like, the 18 streets for sure coming to court on me. I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, blood. He was like, me and Baby Bogart up in here. I was like, yeah, I heard he at the other end. I'm trying to get to him, but it was hard to get to him. But when I did, we was sellies. But yeah, that's the last time I seen Nutcase. 32, 34. Half of it was a state module. Half of it was the YP program, the young offenders something nigga. And who else was there? Yeah. Yep. And then I did my little 12 days. Yep, on my mama. And I went home. I was happy because they called my name and it was just like, Floyd, you're going home. I was like, what? And they was like, damn, nigga, I thought you had a year. I was like, yeah, I had a county lit. But how it was working was if a lot of people get locked up, you get flushed out. Like it's just how it works. It's just too many people coming in. Dead homies, that's last time I seen that nigga, man. That nigga, they said after something like after court, after all his cases and stuff like that, he ended up snitching. Yup, nutcase. That nigga. Okay, it's 2 people I couldn't believe in my life that was snitching. That I still today be, and it still hurts me to say that's my nigga. Because for him to snitch, somebody else was telling too. That's a fact. Nutcase ain't just he ain't blabbity blab blab. Like he went to jail. We used to get in front of police. Like, you know what I mean? Like he be talking shit to the police, but you know what I mean? Like he wasn't no blabbity, give up information. He used to throw the blick. He used to, like I said, we was both football players. He just bigger. He was like a lineman. So we just run. Woo. That's what we used to say, book it. Nigga, we used to book it from the police. Nigga tearing ass. Nigga, yeah, they didn't catch us. Never. Not never. We always had our pistol. You be like, you got your pistol? Yep. You got mine? You got yours? Yep. Then we just bail on a whole nother street, and then we'll start going through the back way off the little strip, going to the Fox Hills Mall on my mama. We'll walk up through the strip where all the little Belizeans and all that little Caribbean stuff going on. Like the Jays got their own little city. On my mama, it ain't even no reason to leave the Jays. Like they got their little strip. Then they got the mall. Then they got Louisiana chicken right outside. And then they got Krispy Kremes. And then Baldwin Hills. And you got everything. You got the Fox Hills Mall that ain't far from you, like, or whatever they call it, West Pavilion now. But yeah, shout out I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out my nigga Nutcase, man. I don't know who he told on. I heard in the pen, but when you heard in the pen, it's kind of more real than it ain't, especially when they tell you on the 4 yard. But yeah, on the dead homies, they told me he was snitching. But that's my nigga. But I would love to hear what he talking about though, cause if he was telling, it's some more niggas that was telling like for sure, for sure. Like he ain't no rat like that. Like I understand he a rat, but a rat like that, no, no, not Nutcase. Not Nutcase, but I know he was clapping shit. He used to be on the 40s, the 18th streets. That's when the Harlems, when they was calling themselves, when they was calling them dirties. They was calling the dirties. All of a sudden, the Harlems start calling themselves Dirt Gang. That's the only reason why I said it. I remember they used to be like, nigga, fuck, dirties, woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, maybe like 2 years later, man, the Harlems was wearing brown, calling themselves Dirt Gang. They used to wear brown dickies or brown tops with the blue, brown and blue. It was Dookie Brown and blue. And they were calling it, that's how you knew, man, we knew we seen the Harlem. Cause nigga, they wear the Dookie Brown Dickies or the Dookie Brown Chucks. That's how we knew you was from the Dirt Gang. And it was supposed to be a diss. And they actually took it like, yeah, Dirt Gang. I was like, Wait, what? Even the homies was like, wow, they just took a diss and accepted it. Like, yeah, we dirt gang. Damn. So what we call y'all now? You know what I mean? Type shit. But like I said, nutcase. If he was with him, yeah, it was clapping. They was clapping. Oh, you know another Mexican that was clapping, that got the 5 times on his face? Shell Dog. Mexican named Shell Dog. He got life right now, unless he beat it. But when he was my celly on a level 4, I knew him from the streets. That nigga said he was whacking 18s. And the cold part about it was he was a Mexican doing it to Mexicans. That's why I was like, he really from BPS. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like it's a funny thing to say, but it's like, he Mexican and he in here for whacking 18 streets. Ain't that, and more than one, it was more than 2. I was like, damn, Shell Dog. Shout out Shell Dog. He up in that cell doing that baby B braids time. And this the cold part about it. This is the cold part about it. We was around the same age when they was doing life. Nigga, I am glad to say I'm 41. These niggas still in jail. On the dead homies. So you think I will forget the fallen soldiers? No, I ain't on the corner throwing up no fingers and walking down the street. Hey, blood, you got a cigarette? Hey, blood, can I get a beer? Hey, blood, how much my check? No, I'm not doing that. Not at all. But glad to be out. And I'm glad it had ducked them punches and that system. Catch me running. Look at me. Picture me running from the scene of a crime. They ain't gonna have no problem slapping cuffs on me. They gonna look at me, look at my hair. Yeah, he did it. Yep, take him. Just off the look. Now, I love it because I ain't got nothing for you. Facts.
Was Shelma Ramos and Jason Ramos, and they were shot on the 3100 block of West Adams Boulevard. And the other 2 people shot was somebody named Jose Velasquez and Walter Hernandez.
I'm gonna run it back so you can hear it. This is him in Nutcase. Just in case y'all forgot, it's him in Nutcase. Him in Nutcase. I know Nutcase though. Dead. My daddy rested.
Him and Frankenstone would be accused of robbing and shooting and killing a teenage brother and sister. And their names was Shelma Ramos and Jason Ramos, and they were shot on the 3100 block of West.
Remember I told you I haven't even listened to this. Remember I told you he told me he was in there for a body on some Mexicans, and then he said some Harlems, some Crip niggas, and then when we was in class, he said this nigga from 18th Street, I'm finna down him, so they finna be 17th Street, missing one. They just said he hit a woman and a dude, and I know they did it because they thought he was from 18, and if they thought he more than likely was with him. At that day and time, without no cameras, hang with the ops, you get slain with the ops. BPSs knew where the 18s was. The 18s knew where the BPSs was. They knew them faces. And if it wasn't you, you hang out with them dudes. Especially when somebody gets you on accident, you was hanging out with shooters.
Boulevard. And the other 2 people shot was somebody named Jose Velasquez and Walter Hernandez. And on that day of January 31st of 2004, the victims and a few other people would pull up.
I graduated 2003. I was 18 years old. So if I was 18 years old, when was I in the county jail with this nigga? Say less moments. I can't even catch myself in a lie. I was 18 years old when I seen this nigga up in there. And they just proved it. 2004, I just had graduated. I was 17 when I graduated. If I was out like a year, yeah, I was 18. I told you. Yeah, I know this nigga. He was in there. He told me some bodies on some Mexican. See how I just told y'all the story and just told a whole story about me and him? And did it come together to be real in here? And I ain't even heard this shit.
Party on the corner of Arlington Avenue and Adams Boulevard. And it's alleged that none of them were gang members. However, at the party, there were Rolling 20 members, and there were also BPS members there. And when the victims arrive at the party, it's alleged that the members of BPS thought they were 18th Street. And it's
What I just say? What I just say? I said Nutcase said he was in there for killing some 18th Streets and some Harlems. He had about like 4-5 bodies. He told me he had 4-5 bodies. And now he running it down the same thing I'm telling y'all. He said they was at a party with some 20s. That means the Bloods was deep. That's on my daddy rest in peace. I ain't never heard this shit before. Everybody, well, my subscribers know that I don't be doing that. I be listening at late night. I be watching it with y'all.
gang members. However, at the party, there were rolling 20 members, and there were also BPS members there. And when the victims arrive at the party, it's alleged that the members of BPS thought they were 18th Street. And it's alleged that Nutcase from BPS would approach the group and ask them where they were from while he was holding a chrome semi-automatic firearm. Nutcase would then tell him to leave the party or he would shoot them. Several members of the group would tell him that they weren't gang members and everything was okay and that they would leave.
I used to hang out.
Attempt to hang out with them. And during that robbery, some of the victims were already at their vehicle. That's when one of the victims would
see Frankenstone wasn't the line presser. Nutcase was. I just told you who I used to hang out with. It is a blessing from on high. I told you I beat them things.
the robbery victim if he needed any help. Nutcase then turned around at the vehicle that asked if he needed any help, and he would chase the vehicle while shooting at it. And witnesses would say that the shot sounded rapid, as if it was an automatic gun. They would then say that the shooting lasted for a few seconds. Then after that, they would get up and they would bang. See Nutcase jumping into a.
I know Nutcase. He used to.
Three vehicles of the suspected 18th Street members would pull over down the street.
He thought that
and everybody that was inside the vehicle of the person that asked if he needed help would be shot. Jason Ramos, who was in the back seat, but on the passenger side of the vehicle, was dead. And his sister, Shelma Ramos, was in the front seat passenger, and she was alive, but she was critically wounded. The other person who was in the back seat was shot in his hand. And Velasquez was shot 6 times, several times in his legs, and 1 time in his face, where it shattered his jaw. However, when police investigated the scene, they would find 30 shell casings. 27 shell casings came from a 9mm, and 4 came from a 380. And they would find all the 9mm shell casings on the sidewalk in front of the apartment. And they would find and they would find the remaining 3 in the driveway of the apartment. So they would know that they were definitely 2 shooters. Police would respond to the scene of the shooting at around 11:15 at night. And detectives would say that they seen a number of people still standing at the mansion party. And in the group of people, they would spot Frankenstone. And detectives would approach Frankenstone and arrest him. And 10 days after Frankenstone was in custody, they would arrest Nutcase on February 11th of 2004. And 5 days after they were charged with a double murder, police responded to an unrelated gang fight in West Hollywood on February 16th of 2004. And when police arrived at the scene of the fight, they would notice that 4 people were jumping into a vehicle. That's when they would approach the vehicle, and they would notice that a gun was underneath somebody's thigh. And that person was Ezekiel Phillips. Police would say that it was a loaded .380 caliber chrome semi-automatic firearm. Detectives then sent the gun off to the lab, where they tested it, and it would come back to the double murder. But the main piece of evidence that detectives had in this case was somebody being arrested named Chris Smith-Scruggs on February 9th of 2004. And he was from rolling 20s. And at the time of his arrest, he was riding around with a few members from BPS. And they would be pulled over, and police would find drugs in the vehicle. That's when they would all be taken to the station, and they would all be interviewed individually. And while being interviewed on the unrelated crime, they would ask about the double murder. And detectives would tell the member from rolling 20s that he knew who committed the double murder, but he just wanted to confirm it. The detective then said that he knew that Frank was there. That's when Smith-Scruggs, aka the member from rolling 20s, looked around and told him to close the door. And that's when he would tell detectives that he didn't see the shooting, but he heard the shots. And that's when he moved to a different position, and he would see Frankenstone holding a gun. He would see Frankenstone with his hand extended and a gun in his hand. Oh, that's smoke coming out the barrel. And he would also tell detectives that 2 hours before the double murder, there was another shooting at the mansion party at around 9:30. And he would say that 18th Street came and shot up the party, but nobody was hit, and the party resumed. And then 2 hours later, that's when the double murder happened. And they would ask him if he recognized anybody standing outside during the shooting. And he would say Nutcase, Geek, and 2 others that he didn't know the name of. They would then ask him again who else that he seen shooting. And he would say Frank.
So at this point, I really can't blame Nutcase for doing what he did. They said the 18th Streets already had came over there shooting. That's why they pressed him the way they did. And that's why Nutcase wanted his lick back. Cause I bet you if he wasn't there, he just heard what happened. And that's when everybody started pulling up with the blickies for the second round. And then when they seen them, they was victims because they was, I bet you dude was in a white t-shirt, some blue jeans, probably some Cortez that was black or some Chucks that was black. Cause every 18th Street around there, they was wearing black. All of them, that was their color, black. At my time, I don't know about
his little body, and they would ask him to describe Frank's height and build. And he would say that Frankenstone is about 5'5", 5'6", with a frail little body. And he would say that he knew Frankenstone since the 5th grade. He would then pick out Nutcase and Frankenstone as the shooters in 2 six-pack photo lineups. And he would also tell detectives that he seen Frankenstone holding what appeared to be a Tech 9 at the party, and that he was jumping up and down while holding it. He also said Frankenstone, Nutcase, and Geek were all from BPS, and that they were from the jungles. They would then have to sit in the county jail for 3 years fighting this case, but in 2007, they began trial. And during the trial, Frankenstone's lawyer would ask the arresting officer if he had knowledge that Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone, was hated by all gang members or all BPS gang members. And the officer replied, "Yes, I don't know if he was hated by all, but I know that there was a certain incident, specifically a bank robbery, that it is believed Frank Williams was involved in." Frankenstone's lawyer then interrupted and objected and said, "I was just asking if he was hated." The judge overruled the objection and said, "You asked the question, so allow him to finish his answer." And the detective would finish and say he believes that during the bank robbery, TJ, which is the initials that is tattooed on Frank Williams' arm, was killed during the commission of that crime. And he would say that Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone, was either 1 or 2 people that got away from the actual crime scene that day and was never charged for the crime. So he's alleging that Frankenstone, TJ, and one other person went to go rob a bank. That's when the shootout happened, and TJ lost his life. Frankenstone got away, and the other dude got away. And after a few weeks of trial, his co-defendant Nutcase would be found guilty and convicted by the jury. And they would sentence Nutcase to 2 consecutive life terms in prison with the possibility of parole. However, for Frankenstone, he would have a deadlocked jury in 2007, but he would be convicted on these charges in September 2008. And for the 2 murder counts, they would sentence him to 2 consecutive life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And they would also add 25 years to life for an enhancement. And as for the attempted murders, they would sentence him to 15 years to life plus 25 years to life to run consecutive. But luckily for Frankenstone, just 2 years after being found guilty, he would file an appeal and he would overturn his conviction in 2010. However, they would refile the case and they would retry Frankenstone. And in April of 2012, he would be convicted again and found guilty. And they would sentence Frankenstone to the same exact time that they did previous. However, 2 years after being found guilty for the second time, he would file an appeal again in 2014, where he would get the appeal and he would reverse his conviction. And he ended up winning this appeal because they spoke about an unproven, unrelated bank robbery and killing involving Frankenstone.
Yeah, he said that for no reason.
He overturned his murder conviction. However, they would refile the case against Frankenstone again and he'd try him. But in January 2016, he was acquitted on all counts. After Frankenstone beat that case, he would remain a free man for the next few years. But on January 19th of 2024, Frankenstone would be arrested again, and they would charge him with 1 count of murder with an enhancement. But as you can see to the right, the offense dates December 17th of 2023, which was a month before he was even arrested. And on that day of December 17th of 2023, officers would respond to the call of a stabbing and fight at 1:45 in the morning on the 1700 block of Wall Street. And when they arrived, they found a man suffering from multiple stab wounds. And he was transported to the hospital where he died of his injuries.
A man was stabbed to death early this morning. According to the LAPD, the victim was stabbed multiple times. It happened just about 1:45 this morning. This is along Wall Street. He was transported, as you can see, to a local hospital. That's where he was
I
pronounced
know
dead.
boy trolling about to get
That lost their life that night
to get
29-year-old Stephen Williams, who went by Stevie Boy from West
hit
Boulevard.
that like button.
In the
Hit that
West
subscribe.
Boulevard Crips be one of the main enemies of the Black P Stones, and as you can see, they share a borderline, with West Boulevard Crip being to the north and Black P Stones being to the south. But it's alleged that Stevie Boy and a few others walked into the club where Frankenstone and a few Black P Stone members were already inside. And even though they were enemies, Stevie Boy would see them and he would attempt to give them a handshake. But that's when Frankenstone refused to shake his hand and they went separate ways. And detectives would see Frankenstone following Stevie Boy all around the club that night. And they would even say that Stevie Boy noticed that Frankenstone was following him everywhere that he went, so he continued to move. And they would say that Stevie Boy moved to another spot, and that's when Frankenstone approached him and stabbed him. But like we said, Frankenstone was arrested a month after the murder, and he was held in the county jail with no bail for 11 months. But on November 8th of 2024, Frankenstone would post a $1 million bail on this murder case. where he's currently a free man right now fighting this murder case on house arrest. And in these past few hours, Frankenstone's name been going viral because Poetic Flacco just broke some news accusing Frankenstone of unaliving Draco the Ruler, who lost his life on December 19th of 2021. But as of right now, they haven't charged Frankenstone with anything to do with Draco the Ruler. But that right there is going to wrap it up for the story of Frankenstone from BPS. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Leave some comments, likes, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all.
What I want to know is, if he knows so much about this Frankenstone dude, Respectable Rants, why you didn't have no picture of Nutcase, and why you didn't have no other pictures of Frankenstone? Shut your ass up. See how people be putting a narrative, you be like they got some truth to it, but they'll put a narrative to it that may not be true. Now we going to J Hood. He just uploaded this an hour ago. He pressing C-Star. Everybody know the name. The Muslim dude. The Christian Muslim thug.
I just typed that in and it made the whole track.
Nah, this wild. What you're about to learn.
Yo, look, I just seen a little video where
C-Star
seemed like Spody Face was talking about C-Star, talking about C-Star ain't nobody. I just seen a little back and forth. You know, C-Star my boy, that's my brother. I don't know Spody Face, I ain't got nothing against him, but I'm gonna speak on this hilarious moment, right? C-Star nigga. C-Star nigga, fool. He alone. He solid. Get the money, made back, and get the fly bust down, and got the he a nigga, fool. I seen it, and I experienced it myself. Like, I remember I could really bleed. But I talked to C-Star, and C-Star said, no, don't put this out there. Don't say nobody names. Don't say who baby mama this is. Don't say nothing. But I'm going to say it's a popping YouTuber, public influencer, gang, LA gang member, who baby mama this is. That's it. They done went bot, man. I'm not even going to get into it. So look, in LA County, niggas be trying to see like who nigga up and who like people's in their section, right? And these gangs in LA be so big, everybody don't know each other. But everybody know their name. Like, a lot of people didn't even know how J Hood looked. They'll probably think I'm 6'4", 270, just because they hear everything that come with my name, you know, and the situations and scenes and, you know, everything that done took place. I done had
He
people
showed me selling his story.
I thought you was bigger. Like, yeah, I am. When I get mad, I grow 4 feet and grow.
You can play music in the background. You don't get paid for it.
So
That's why people don't play music. You don't get paid for it.
CCB, right? I'm going to CCB for in-house. In-house.
The time it is, this is the last one. I'm about to play one more, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, I told you for it. I ended up getting that case thrown out because, you know, the police, they don't care about nothing that happens in LA County Jail.
Nothing.
There's people get stabbed and hurt every day.
Every day.
They don't care.
Don't.
Get killed every day. Don't care.
Yes.
Right.
Don't care. LA County Jail. They don't care.
Put us on the jail with
he ain't never lied.
The jail bus with some females. Right? So, you know, I've been in jail like 5 years at this time, 6 years at this time. I'm like a cold with your thing out. I see the females, I'm like, hey, what's the deal? Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Oh, that's like everybody does this in jail. They're like, where y'all? I'm like, where y'all? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? One of the females, like, I'm from Foley Crib. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Foley Crib. She like, you Foley? Where's South Foley? Nigga Avenue Crib. She like, what they call you? I'm like, they call me Midget C-Star, Foley Crib. She like, you C-Star? Like, she like starstruck. I'm like, yeah, what they call you? I ain't gonna say her name. She like, I done heard so much about you. Oh my God. Damn, girl, you look good. You know, I'm fighting all day. She like, oh, I look good to you? Like, for real? I'm like, dang, 40 crib. Oh, I would have had you. If we was both out on the streets together, 40 crib, I would have had you. She like, oh, you want this? I'm like, ooh, stand up, girl. Ooh, girl, do a 360.
Mm-hmm.
She do a little 360. I'm like, ooh, you got a little ass on you too, mommy. Ooh,
That little
look
like
like
five.
I'm like, oh, 40 crib, you need to show niggas something. FO. She like, that what you want me to do? I'm like, yeah, 40s. Like, look out for the hustlers. She like, I ain't gonna look out for these niggas. I don't even know these niggas. But you, midget, like, we gonna link up when you get out. You gonna be out. So she bust down.
Tatiana?
Get on the court button. Get the shot. Oh, shaking her head. I'm like, hey, boy, damn, oh, I'm like, she a fuck shot. I'm like, dang, she a fucking off the name, off the C-store. Then she get to shake everybody, all the niggas on the bus dying laughing.
Telling all.
Telling
and shit.
This nigga, she done lied that he was C-store. She got
Lying like
shaking, playing with the, the boom boom, showing her all that. Counting the whole bus going crazy. I'm like, oh, it's like a strip club in this thing.
Hell yeah, I would have paid a suit. I would have gave her a suit.
They go,
I would have gave her 2 suits.
oh, after that,
Maybe would have had some proof for her. You want to hit this?
It's one time where I done went to court and said C-Star name, act like I was C-Star. I done did it when little blood females. I'm like, man, like, because C-Star, he gets into it with all the bloods. Like the VN, the Brims, the BPSs, all that whole little, because all his people from BPS. And then I ain't gonna put his business out there with his situation with the Brims and all that. But they know him. They know the name, right? And so I say his name to a little Damu female, and she like, ooh, you the one with the Maybach? Ooh. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm Legacy Star. Like, she like, Glenn? I'm like, yeah, I'm Glenn. People know his first name. I'm like, they don't know how he look, but they talking about Glenn. They know his first name. In the bus. I'm like, oh, yeah, oh, shit. I do this more often.
He grew up with them. The 40s is deep. They deep. And if you get your money over there, it's a lot of smokers. Stay at Lamar Park. You make your bread.
Wipe up no LA female. Don't do it. You better. I don't even. If I like a female, I'm not even gonna hit her on the first. If she let me hit on the first date, or just so overly eager to throw that pussy at me, I'm not touching her.
Why not?
Touching her. So it's not even working.
Yeah, it is. Just strap up.
So fanned out. She knows the
You
nigga
ever heard of
name.
Magnum?
She knows
Magnum ain't never hurt nobody.
She know they get money. Nah,
Magnum ain't never hurt nobody, y'all.
C-Star. I done seen C-Star go inside Cortex and squabble, win, lose, or draw, squabble all his enemies. C-Star, as soon as he land in the module, where a knife at? I need a strap. Dead on me. I'm in the enemy module. He ain't doing no rolling it up. He ain't doing no busting.
That's good.
Ain't gonna lie. Like, I give credit where credit is due. C-Star is like Mighty Mouse.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like the neighborhood powerhouse in the county jail. And damn near every module he went to, he came out and had like, he was a significant person in the module for the neighborhoods. From the neighborhood module 2123, when it was like 100 neighborhood Christian there. From East Coasters to West Side Rollins, all that. And they had C-Star coming out. I just seen C-Star mark out some of these dudes that with these names that be lying, talking about they just beat triple murder and they did this and man. Niggas know who I'm talking about. Niggas who fuck their nephew. I just
What?
see Seesaw. Mark them out. I was talking to them. Nigga, fuck your dead mama. Nigga, 40 crib. Get your ass back in this cell. 40 crib, nigga, I need to come out. What do you think? What the hell, mama? What do you say?
Oh,
Supposed to be tiny little general and you a gangster and all that.
tiny little general.
I just seen, boy, yeah, homie. But I just want to give y'all my perception of things because Spody Face Turtle, he just said one thing. Him and C start going back. I'm neutral. I don't beef with them dudes. I don't got nothing against neither one of them dudes. I don't know Spody Face. That one, I don't know that one. So you can't say I don't know what's going on in the 40s, but I ain't never seen no nigga from 40s disrespect C-Star. You know? Plus, his uncle is Big Dog. His uncle is Iceman. Who run that shit over there, so. Saute Blacks.
Well, another no jumper, reject. No jumper, reject. Another liar. Well, what you gonna do about that, Spotty Face? Cause you did say he a mark, he a buster, blah blah blah. But look who calling you a mark and a buster, J Hood. Yours truly, Damian Porter. He talked so bad to this boy. I was like, damn, Damian Porter, like he pressed you like that. Like Damian Porter usually don't talk bad to people, but when he said this, I was like, oh yeah, the black hoodie. He had the black hoodie on, y'all. I knew he wasn't playing when he had the black hoodie. I said, oh yeah, this brother got the black hoodie. He no gloves. Watch what he said to J Hood though. J Hood talking about he
That
doesn't mean necessarily he can be talking about pulling up and having a conversation. Because he didn't say, I'll pull up and do this and do that. Fine. Nevertheless, he still had a mental lapse thinking that he can pull up to anywhere I'm at and do something to me or even have a conversation with me. You didn't say, here's my phone number, we can have a conversation here. Here's the thing, I just received a few phone calls about that video I just did. And I'm not going to get into too much of it. People ready to take that fade, believe that.
He said,
people to me like that, you know, lost your mind. And this whole pulling up over there, that's about to be out. Thinking that stuff is sweet over there, bro. What we on? Now, listen.
He said, what we on?
Go back and forth on the internet with anyone. I'm really not. But the thing is this. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say anything. I took the high road in my earlier video because I don't want to go back and forth on the internet with an individual talking about pulling up. I was just going to take care of that behind the scenes thing. True.
He said, I'm going to take care of that behind the scenes.
Let that go, bro. But don't be on here popping it like that.
He said, don't be popping it like that.
Pull up. You know, you should probably keep Hoover out of your mouth talking about you'll pull up in the Hoover.
Out your mouth.
It's not really a good look anyway for the Hoovers even talking about them and that you be over there. Because, bro, you went PC. You went to protective custody. Damian Porter paroled from a level 4 yard Centinela State Prison, April 19, 2022. That's where I paroled from. I can prove it.
Damn, and you 50, you got out 46.
You, meanwhile,
shit, you
for
can't
whatever
do
reason,
him. He paroled.
He have all of these different reasons, as does everyone who goes to.
Damian Porter, he just turned 50 or 51. He showed it. I seen it in his post. You mean to tell me, Damian Porter, you paroled from a level 4 at 46 years old? Man, J Hood, you can't do nothing with this man in the pen or on the streets. Do you know how old Hoover is? Do you know how old this man is? Do you know even the homies that don't know him? the other homies that do, and they daddies and they uncles and they daddies and they uncles, because it's that many generations, man, your ass is grass. You gonna be grass, like what the cows and chickens be eating. Literally.
PC, yo. Whatever the reason, that's where you went. So you get out here and you playing tough and talking about you a gangster. That's what you said earlier in your video that you a gangster. I'm confused. I don't know if you're a gangster, a Muslim, still gang banging, you're not gang banging. I don't gang bang, but I'm from my hood. I can't keep up. But what I do know is that you paroled from a protective custody yard. A 50-50 yard is a PC yard. I've made it clear. I don't give a damn what anyone said. I know.
He said I made it clear.
50-50 equals 100. 100% bad.
J Hood.
You're bad peoples now.
J Hood.
I don't know who you were before.
J Hoodie on your ass.
Even my loved one told me that I should remember you. And D said that you had punched on a few people there in the Los Angeles County Jail. I've said as much here on my channel, The Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, please.
See? He good. He good at this.
But that's neither here nor there.
He been doing this a while.
I've also made it
taking notes.
explicitly clear here
Taking
on my
notes.
channel, The Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. that Once you go PC, all of that is nullified. All of that has indeed been negated. It doesn't matter who you were before you went PC, how much work you put in before you went PC. Said on No Jumper, when they politicked on you on the yard, selective politics you, dirty politics you, that what about 10 heads I busted and the 50 people I stabbed, or vice versa?
It don't matter.
10 people I stabbed and the 50 heads I busted. Doesn't that count for anything?
Nope.
The answer is no.
That's for shit show. Ain't no
It does not matter.
That's one thing you can't get back. Never. You can't set that.
You break the code, break a protocol, flout a rule, and the decision is made that it warrants and merits a removal, then that's that. You're no longer a part of the game. You're no longer a part of the streets. You should not be in anyone's hood, kicking it. Anyone's hood. Any hood that will have you over there is suspicious, is suspect. In a hood that I don't want to be a part of. They're not following the rule. Why you went to the PC yard is none of their concern.
No,
it's none of mine.
It's the point you went there.
The only thing that matters is that you went to a PC yard.
Yeah, that's a label.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, when you in prison, they don't care about
why you can get into why you went there, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Once they say PC, yeah.
You could have signed a chrono. They have chrono. You say, well,
this is one thing about prison. Once you go to PC, there ain't no get back. There ain't no try to get back. It's over, dog. So once you hit PC and you try to come back, they gonna get you even worse for even trying them, because they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga tried it at our prison, aka our house, aka our home. We've been here for 10 years straight. J Hood, I understand your points on the internet, but what I don't understand is how you did say I still be hanging out in hoods with them niggas. You just exposed every other homie in they hood that ain't on YouTube that still be hanging out in they hood, and they homies know they foul. That's why you was pressing Damian Porter, because he was uploading you and you hang out with the Hoovers and he had a big old rat symbol by your face in the headline. You know them Hoovers asked you about that. Oh man, you know that's the end of that shit. Woo, 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 man. Okay, you said they removed you. Okay, a removal comes with a yard decision. You see why niggas don't even want to hear what you say when they say you went PC? There is no yard, and it's very rare, but there is no yard where you ain't gonna have a blood card like me. A blood card, they gonna be there. That's at every prison, and I don't give a fuck, nigga. But they gonna have a decision about you. Then they gonna have some power rules, depending on how deep they is. If the power rules is short, they gonna function with the bloods. When the power rules get about 10 or better, they gonna try to ask for their own table. Facts. Dead homies. But if it's mixed in, they all gonna politic on you. And everybody gonna have something to say. And they gonna weigh it. And then it's gonna be, you always got one homie that be on that legal library shit. You got them other homies that be working out all day to punch niggas out because they A2B and they can't get no job for another year or two. Them are the ones that pack you out. Them niggas that always play basketball all day and don't never got no job and always on the yard because they A2 bums. Yeah, we used to call them A2 bums. Like, nigga, I can get you out of A2B. You better take your ass to work. Nah, blood, I'm boo. You an A2 bum. You just like being on the yard all day, just like you be in the hood all day waiting to get shot. That's what I used to tell him, like, nigga. And then the big homies used to respect me. Why? Because I went to work all the time. I want to leave you niggas. I want to go to work. Because when I go to work, I get to looking around. Oh, that's the freezer to the chicken. That's the freezer to the hot links. What they call donkey dicks. The sausages. I'll be like, damn, look at all this money. And then I'll just start being nice and shit where the free staff think I'm just doing a great job. Nah, bitch. I'm over here sweeping extra so I can get closer and closer to that goddamn fridge or that freezer. Then, if I get good with the bitch and she start trusting me, you know what I'm finna do? Tuck and roll. I'm finna tuck stuff early in the morning so the homies can find it later on in the day. I'll be like, nigga, go through the fruit bin. It's a stack. It stacks on a crate. Don't use the crate because the Mexicans think they slick. So look, I put a crate in front of there where the Mexicans, they're gonna be tired of looking by the time my shit is where it is. Move the crate with all the bananas and go to the back bananas that's sitting on the ground. It's gonna be 3 rows. It's gonna be the one in the middle on the second row. On the dead homie, you do it like that, you gonna have your shit. Mexicans, oh, we become my friend. We didn't know my friend. Yeah, my friend, get your ass whooped, my friend. But they do that in prison. But they can get away with what they get away with. You know, you still gotta hide it because at the end of the day, it ain't yours. So pretty much, if it ain't set in stone, anybody that feel, and then different shift got free staffs that's goofy. When you in the morning, they try to like that regular try to be there all the time because they know you got action at all the stuff off the truck. And I just be sitting there and I be like, should I be over here helping turn this oatmeal or helping turn these grits? Or should I just go help the homie? Because it's always a homie. That's why I love being a blood. It's always a homie on that pulling off the dock. Hey, you got that homie? Hey, you can help me. Woo, woo, woo. And then you start chopping. And I'm talking about first day. Start chopping up with him. He in a whole nother building. Now the next thing you know, by the end of the shift, y'all best friends. Cause he gonna be like, oh yeah, blood on the woo woo. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we gonna, and then he might have a play to where he know the Mexicans that been there a long time and be like, all right, if you hit it, I'll go look. Like it ain't nothing like a team where if you do it by yourself, you can get cracked. Why? Cause you ain't got no lookout. The police is good. They ain't got cameras, but they know their job and they didn't seen you a million times before. That's why you gotta super finesse them. When you super finesse a police, they know you stealing. They'll be like, hey, all right, Floyd, don't do them like last time. They said they were missing 120 chicken quarters, man. I know we had enough when it came in. So what the fuck you guys doing? How'd you guys steal 120 chicken quarters? We be like, I don't know. Yeah, Floyd. I see you. You're pretty nice on your toes, man. One moment you're here and you can walk right past me. I never heard you. That's why the homie used to send me too. I know how to walk by while the police reading the book. Literally walk by their door with the door open with the glass and everything, and walk by so soft, the nigga never heard me. Hitting licks. Then if I hear a little tussle or something like that, too much noise, I'll be in there just acting like I'm stacking shit up. Even if they catch, what you doing in here? Just stacking it up, man. It was a mess in here. I just did it by myself. They be like, all right, I'll keep my eye on you, but you doing a good job. You know what I mean? And then Herb and tear up out of there and tell the homie where the shit at. Yep. We used to get the potato flakes. Everybody wanted the potato flakes when I was at the prison where I was at. The potato flakes make the lightning. That's what I said, man. I got so many memories. It's like, what you want to talk about? Like, I'm tired of that place. Like, I got so many stories. I don't never want to go back. I got enough stories for a lifetime. Just talking about stupid shit. I remember we was hitting licks for seasoning. Do you hear me? Hitting licks for seasoning. Seasoned salt, garlic, real garlic, onions and bell peppers. Man, when you gotta hit a lick for onions and bell peppers, it's bad, man. You can't go back to jail. That's the worst thing. We was in there hitting licks. And then when we passed, motherfuckers selling that shit for like $2, $3, like how they selling it now in the store. Man, that shit was high in prison. You're like, damn, $2. Do you want the bell pepper or not? Yes. I'll get well instead of $4 for the onions, two a piece. I said, give me the onions. Yep. People was making a paper off that. The Mexicans started doing it first until we started getting people that could cook for us. Then once I found people that could cook for us, now black people, it only take one black person to do it. And then people could be doing it for years. But once you come and show them something different for the first time, they'll take over it. And then the young niggas, they'll abuse it to where it's just totally on lockdown. Like now the chickens go straight to the police section and then they docking them and marking the bags. Like, it's always young niggas. Just greedy.
The administration, what could I have done? You could have signed the crown and said, I'm not going to a PCO. Like I said in one of my other videos, you could have maxed out from the whole. No, I didn't want you to catch life in prison. You could have attacked the individuals that wanted you to catch life in prison, telling you to go stab someone. You could have attacked them without a weapon. Yeah, fine. You got this power punch. You're knocking everybody out in the county jail. You're 50 and old, whatever.
You said you got this power punch.
2 million and old, whatever your record is. How come you ain't punched this dude and knocked this dude out? I told you to go stab someone. That's what I'd have did. You don't care about me. You don't care about my life. And socked him out. That's how that was supposed to go. You were not supposed to go to a PC yard.
Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, y'all.
There's no excuse for going to a PC yard. In the same way that you feel like people are speaking on you and speaking on your name out here on the street and on the internet, me, called out Spider, ATM, Rip Mac, everyone who you feel like is speaking bad on you, speaking bad on your name, where was that energy at in prison? How come you didn't call those individuals out there in prison? That's the question. They were speaking bad on your name. They put a whole jacket on it.
True.
That you were snitched and sent you to the PC yard. That's what all of this is about.
Yeah, I don't see how you get this.
And then, with them individuals putting that on you.
See, that's why I gotta go with China, man, because if a whole yard rolled you up for being a snitch, use a rat.
Energy at for them. How come you didn't tell them? I'll pull up to where you at. Like you just told me. As I said, I can go on and on.
He said I could go on and on. I could disrespect.
I'm not gonna make any threats here on the internet. I don't play those kind of games. careful what you say to me. I'm dead serious. I don't know who you think I am. It's not going to end well. Please. Yeah. I'll pull up to the hoop. 2026 is wicked. 2026, as my guy just said on the phone, man, 2026 is wicked. Game and the games are wicked. For an individual to even think that he can do something like that. It doesn't matter who you're cool with over there. You don't know the ins and outs. You don't know everything. You don't know everyone over
Hit
there.
that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all.
Not from over there.
Exactly. How you gonna
Been over there for a couple of months.
he gonna tell him how it's
Been
gonna
over there
go.
for 50 years. You're from over there.
Yeah, he from there for 50 years.
Over there.
He there
Do something to me.
He been from
That will let you do that. I wouldn't be a part of it. It ain't my homeboys. I don't need the hood to protect me anyway. I'll protect myself. Not going to happen. So, listen, I don't have any problem with Jay Hood personally. I don't know the dude. I ran across him in the county jail, whatever. I ran across many individuals. They all know who I am.
This woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million.
He said he been from his hood 50 years. You can't even debate. Like Jay Hood, you are a great grandson to him, talking to him. That's like your great grandson getting out of pocket with you.
Stop playing.
Look, stop playing.
It's the internet, man. And bottom line is, you need to bow out of the game. You and your snitch ass dad. You need to get out of the game and give it up. Stop making videos about the game and the game.
He said, you and daddy, snitch ass daddy.
What part y'all not getting? It's over. It's a wrap. You're done. You're cooked. Stop getting out here acting like you have all of this respect from all of these gang members, all of these stumped down individuals that you know from all of these different hoods. If they're hanging out with you, the paroling from a PC yard, they are not stumped down. You are not stumped down, and they are not stumped down. I don't know what you were before. You may have played with the blicky.
He might have played with the blicky.
So what?
Before that,
everyone has. Everyone plays that game. You may have knocked people out and squabbled up. Welcome to the club. All that goes out of the window once you go back. Bad people. Once you go back, that's it. There's no turning back good. It's over. The problem is these individuals can't accept that. They don't want to accept the fact that they're now bad, that they're no good. Because they used to be these reputable killers, these monsters. They just can't accept the fact that they're no longer viewed in that way. They still view themselves as that individual. And you see it play out all of the time because they still see themselves as that individual. Because this is who they were for a very long time in their career. Then you did something, you had an indiscretion, a moment of weakness. You went against the game and the culture and the protocol. It happens more frequently these days. Accept that and move on. Don't continue to try to be the individual that you were before you had that moment of weakness. You're no longer that person. Only in your eyes, no one else's. You are still that person in someone else's eyes. That individual is suspect. He too will snitch. He too will go to a PCO. I don't trust him. In the same way, I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone that's going to a PCO. Again, individuals there in prison that made this decision, they do not make these decisions lightly. They don't take these decisions lightly. For them to all agree that you had to go,
Yeah, that's a whole decision.
something was there.
That's a whole
To make that
yeah.
decision.
Because if they
Physically put their hands on you and remove you.
they don't make decisions like that. This is like paperwork. It gotta be paperwork stuff to get you out of there, or nobody gonna call you. It don't.
That you were
'Cause
weak.
if they was wrong,
That you
they
were
gonna
strong,
get done.
it just means that they were weak. Because when I was in there, all of my homeboy, when it was time, when somebody had to go, he got out of it. He didn't win that battle. Not one time have I ever seen an individual from my court that was a target, no matter how strong or reputable this individual was before he became a target. Now, one time have I seen that individual that was a target that was designated to get off of the yard by bloody removal.
Yeah, it gotta be bloody.
One infraction or another.
One thing for sure, if you don't get it bloody,
In
it's
that
gonna
back,
get you when you come
these
back.
individuals came to get him off of the yard.
You cannot play. You got to give them everything, every push-up you ever did.
Individuals that are coming at you to remove you are coming to do a job. You're picking the best individuals that come to remove you, and you're not going to win that battle. They come to get you off the yard, and they're about to do that, bro. If they got to kill you out of there, believe it. So just the fact that you bragging about the fact that you never hit the ground and you won that situation, essentially, when three individuals came to remove you from the yard, not really a credit to you and your strength as far as I'm concerned. It's just a discredit to them. Illustrates their weakness as a car. But at least they were strong enough to tell you had to go for whatever the infraction was. Bottom line is, bro, I am going to get off of you, but if some content comes up with your name in there, J Hood, you run some content and it's worth me covering, I'm going to cover it because I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
I won't just be doing negative content on you just out of nowhere and for no reason.
Real talk.
That
it don't make no sense to just be pushing stuff like that. Real talk.
Yeah. Who else? Black 100 had a problem. I'm constantly running content on him. Hey, you're on the internet. It's on the internet. I'm on the internet. People run content on me. It is what it is. Just don't go too crazy. Just don't say nothing on the internet running your content that you know you're not going to say it in my face because I might end up in your face.
Yeah, but that's the point of the internet. On the internet, that's how they get.
That's what I do.
I don't know why you would think something different. That's why I said Bosco. Oh my Lord. That's why I said Bosco. Y'all think Bosco is somebody?
Just wanted to respond one more. My content. It was still on my mind a little bit, you know.
Bosco?
Just the way he talking about, I'll pull up over there.
Like, I was.
Just got some calls.
That's all I kept saying to myself. Bosco.
I'll leave it.
All right, we changing lanes.
It's all.
Now I'm finna show y'all that lawyer that I said that show proof that I think it's Seti Nash. It show proof that everybody thinking that that Pooh Shiesty gonna get life. If all else fails, I'm gonna go to this Black Gotti. I don't know if shout out Black Gotti. I shout out everybody, especially if I use you. And if I forgot, then nigga, I forgot. Like other than that, I don't care about shouting somebody's name out. Whoop-de-doo. That's why I don't like how no jumper just go out their way to like block names. Like, bro, stop it, bro. It ain't even that serious, gang. Like, you go out your way not to say somebody's name, you just bogus as hell, bro. You bogus as hell. Like, it just you like I said, you going out your way not to say somebody's name. You a man, come on, man, you a buster. And that's what's going on. So shit. I mean, it is what it is. I can't argue YouTube, and if these dudes want to do what they do, they're gonna do what they do. Let me see. Let me see. Now he did so much. It's like, damn. Judge from like, okay, here we go. It's this one. He got Pooh Shiesty looking bogus as hell. My thumbnails look better than Seti Nash.
So we've been getting dissed over here, the visionaries. I want y'all to look at two videos real quick. This one,
Let me tell you the difference between a lawyer and a non-lawyer. Non-lawyers think the truth is what they know. Hey, I know this. It's the truth. I could see it. You know what lawyers think the truth is? It's what you could prove in a court of law. When a Fed writes an affidavit saying witnesses told him this, this, and this, and so the defendant is guilty of a crime, that does not make the defendant guilty of a crime. And those witnesses take the stand and give sworn testimony on their oath with the defendant in the box and 12 jurors on the side. Now you have evidence, you have sworn testimony. We are far from that. Look, I'm not saying this case is getting beat, this case is getting won, this case is this case is that. What I'm saying is you have to look at what the government is telling you and look at what the government is showing you. And then you have to start playing the game. That's all. The idea that there's a video of Pooh Shiesty holding a gun and pointing it at Gucci Mane and saying, sign this contract, has been proven to be demonstrably false. That is not on video. If it was, he would have been cooked a long time ago. But we'll see what happens as the case and the witnesses.
okay. Nah, she ain't talking about you. Well, this is the video that he played yesterday that he recorded. Pardon me. Roll it.
Surprise, surprise. The internet has no idea what they're talking about when it comes to the Pooh Shiesty case. Case in point, let me show you the first 5 seconds of the press conference from the Department of Justice, which it sounds like they have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about the Pooh Shiesty case.
Ryan Rabel, I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday.
He just said this week, 9 individuals, including well-known music artists, kidnapped. This happened back on January 10th. Why is the internet wrong? Well, people who are saying that there's this guy on video pulling a gun on Gucci, if the feds have you on video pulling a gun on Gucci while you're on home confinement, not allowed to have a gun on January 10th, you get arrested January 11th, maybe January 12th. By February, you're cooked. By March, you're already violated and doing your time. This is April. Now, one thing to note, I think the fact that we're in April and this came out today is telling, because Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, was fired today, and we need to turn the page quickly. But I think this case seems, we'll see. I think obviously the feds have charged kidnapping, and the reason why you charge kidnapping is because it's not larceny. The guy didn't rob the recording deal rights. You're never going to prove to a jury that Pooh Shiesty had a premeditated plan to fly out to Dallas, and then he's going to pull a gun on Gucci and get Gucci to sign away the contract rights. That's ridiculous. Okay, there was a lot of people in the room. Apparently, there was some violence in that room because the most injuries that we've heard of is some guy got like choked and there was some abrasions on his neck. Okay, so something happened. But then, like, beyond that, the feds haven't really put anything. Chill out, bro. There's so many ways to defend a case like this. One of the things that I'd be looking out for is what everybody has to say, because if there's no video footage of what happened in the room, there's 6 people in a room, then it's going to be very interesting to see what the 6 people in the room have to say.
So y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the hood lawyer and dare any lawyer to say that I'm wrong with this and use court lingo, court jargon, and all this shit because y'all watch me as well. Let's get on with this shit. This is the reason why they use 1201A and 1201C. For robbery sentences very significantly based on the specific statute violated and whether a firearm was used. On average, individuals convicted of a federal robbery with a firearm in hand receive a sentence of 162 months, 13.5 years, in recent years. Statutory maximums, mandatory minimums. The statutory limits are the primary framework for sentencing. So if we got bank robbery, we're going to knock that out and say no. Hobbs Act covers robberies affecting interstate commerce, retail stores. We're not doing that one. but firearm enhancement. Using a firearm during a crime of violence is a mandatory or the mandatory minimums that must be served consecutively. That's on top of the robbery sentence. 5 years for possession or carrying, and then 7 years for brandishing or displaying pointing a weapon. Right there alone, that's 13 years. He didn't discharge anything, and the 25 years for a second or a subsequent conviction.
That's too bold.
Even needing all
Finna get up out of here. This is my last one. I just wanted to show y'all what that lawyer said. Seti Nash, he think he the police like Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco trying to be like Seti. King AK, he just a buster ass nigga, just be jumping on stuff, just saying crazy stuff, just whatever to get the clickbait. Lying ass nigga. And other than that, like I said, this the last one, 4 extra and 55 cent Crip Mac. Dissing Jack 5. After this, we out.
First off, cuz, you get what I'm saying? He paroled off a 50-50 yard. He paroled off a PC yard. So they said he paroled off a 50-50 PC yard. So check this out. And nigga, if I have one hand or 2 hands or no hands, I'm paroling off the active yard. I don't give a and clickbait this. I don't give a if I got 200 years, 500 years, I'm gonna walk on the yard, on the active yard, till I drop dead. They gonna take my body off the active yard and bury me coming from an active yard. I'm not paroling from no PC yard on Vernon Avenue. On the dead, I don't care if I have 1 hand or 2 hands on Vernon Avenue. I don't give how much time I got. They're gonna dead homies. I'm gonna do that time and extra time I got to on Vernon Avenue crib. Knock it off, cuz. Stop trying to just go here, try to get views, and trying to get some clicks. Clickbait that, nigga. Clickbait, nigga. I'm not proud of no X and Y yours. No 50-50s on Vernon Avenue. I'm gonna die walking the main line. If I got 1 hand, 2 hands, or no hands on Vernon Avenue, stop making up stories, cuz. You steady making up stories on Vernon Avenue. I know you're interviewed and do no views, but talk about me and talk about the homie and get views, huh? Hey, you welcome. We looked out for you. The nigga talking about.
He been holding that in. I'm gonna do a reaction to this for sure. He was holding that in. He was in. Man, what?
He spread with us on West Side Road, nigga.
Yep. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, y'all.
And you damn sure to come in no goddamn dorm talking about you shot the shooter. Stop lying, nigga. On West Side photos, you come in there saying that. On Vernon Avenue, you already pointed out, nigga, you was nervous. You already pointed out, nigga, you low ball ran. You pointed out yourself.
He said low ball ran.
Oh, he big. On 40 grip, and you talking about, oh, well, I was 18, I was 19. I was 19. He was like 26. Hey, check this out, cuz. I came to the county jail at 18, nigga, 06. I got out with 39, I got out with a nigga that was 41. Age don't matter in the county jail.
Oh, so he 2 years younger than me. He 2 years younger than me. 2 to 3 years younger than me.
I didn't tell you to get put on your hood, nigga. I didn't tell you to get put on. Once you hit the county, it is what it is. Age don't matter in there, nigga. If you gangbang, you gangbang. I fight anything in trouble. You do things and I ain't 26, legal crib, and I'm not good now. I'm taking the to cut in, but don't know what to do. Don't go to the Lord and me call right here. I'm leaving the bridge. No. Nigga, call. I'm leaving the bridge. Baby, crazy bad ass. Nigga, stay the structure. Oh, boy. No, under the stairs at 826, 2001. Nigga, I'm 8 man at that crib. But don't need to give me head on. Not me, see, but see, that's the point though. Lose every cuz thinking, oh, hey, nigga, age don't matter in there. You get it in, just like I got it in. You want to nigga feel a sympathy story and all that? Go up out of here. Age don't goddamn matter. Oh, then you gonna say, oh, well, he's a grown man. Then you gonna talk about my hand, talking about he's a grown man playing with fireworks. I didn't know it was age limit. I didn't know it was an age limit. Everybody played with fireworks.
He said, I didn't know it was an age limit. He sounds stupid as hell.
Independence Day, you dumbass. I play with 4 nickels and 5 cents.
Black that crack five shit. Look, cuz. I love it. Oh, you get on that fuck. That sound dumb as a. Oh, burn it out in the crib. You lying. No, you know. You know. Oh, Vernon Avenue. You that nigga bunkers the and it just made you look more bunkered by getting up there saying that. Oh, I'm the he told me I'm the only Hoover that ever came in the door. You sound like a J cat with a dead homie. You telling me at that time it was cracking. Everybody got nigga was rolling. And you the only that came in the door that wasn't ours. Like, come on, cuz, make it serious. You really trying to punch
He said, make it serious.
Go up out of here, nigga. On West Side 40s. And remember, you did say you just doing I'm lying, nigga. On Vernon Avenue, nigga. Bump, cuz. Cuz bump, Cam. Cuz bump. He bumped. He get out, he already got out. Cam, nigga, did you see the interview he did? Cam, me and
He said what? He said what? What was viral over here?
PC yard, nigga.
That's fucked up.
I don't care if I got 1 hand, 2 hands, 5 hands, or no hands. On Vernon Avenue crib. On the dead homies, nigga, I'm paroling from an active yard. On the dead homies, I'm paroling from an active yard. Nigga, I'm gonna care if I got 500 years. I'm gonna walk dead, nigga, drop dead on the active yard. On the dead homies. Up out of here. Dead homies. On Vernon Avenue crib. Clickbait that.
Okay, so let me just run back some of the highlights from the interview, just so.
What? Go. What?
There was no catching the breath. He never said, "Can I catch my breath?"
You making me stand up, Cam. That nigga lying. That lying, cuz.
Okay, you never ate with him. You never worked out with him.
I'm getting mad at you like you the nigga. I'm getting mad at Cam like you. I'm telling you, lying ass.
Yeah, they doing too much.
That nigga capping. That nigga capping to get views, Cam.
On hood.
In a minute, nigga, he gonna be calling you nigga to cap some more.
You guys are crazy, man.
Oh,
hella crazy.
Hey, you hear me? Look, bro, I'm not gonna get nothing. I'm not gonna gain nothing. You hear me? Yeah. I'm not gonna gain nothing about getting on this line. I'm not gonna gain nothing from nothing. You get what I'm saying, bro? I get up here and I'm never like, bro, if a nigga ate with me, a nigga ate with me. It's food. You get what I'm saying? A lot of he went in the county jail. Yeah, bro, definitely. But cuz never ate with me, bro. Yeah. He just never ate with me, cuz. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend with him. Yeah, but he never ate with me, bro. I did. If the nigga ate, everybody nigga in the county jail, niggas doesn't have yeah. That shit be going on. But sometimes it is black and people eat it, bro. Yeah. But he never ate with me, bro. And that nigga never came in and said he was Jack the Shooter, bro. That nigga never had no. I on a
This is two people that want the limelight and don't know how to share it.
That nigga lying, cuz on West Side Phones, cuz is trying to get clickbait. On 4, he did come in the door. On 40 crib, he was nervous. He came and I'm not saying he didn't come in. I didn't never tell cuz, nigga, you the only Hoover that came in this dorm. And the other one was that was in the dorm. Our dorm was upstairs. He trying to put 10 on 2 to make himself look good. Like he was the only rider in the county out of this hood. I'm out of here. Even though I be on my enemies, but cuz is lying. Lupe, I'm trying to Lupe, I'm snuggling. Crazy on dead homies. I'm snuggling. Snugglism. Cuz it's thick, cuz. Like you trying to make yourself sound too good. Talking about, oh, I'm the only one that ever came in the door. Nigga, I'm out of here. You nervous and you 18, you 19, and you come.
Crib Mac over there acting like a patient. Lupe, I'm hungry. Lupe, I'm hungry. I told y'all, Lupe is his caregiver. Crib Mac is so SSI'd out the game, he gotta have a caregiver.
Oh, cuz, like, serious. And we told you the only way. And you told us you was Jack the Shooter. Come on, cuz. On Rolly Crip. On Rolly. I said, on that big nigga, that's what you limit yourself to that. You ask any from the county jail at that time, everybody hood. Bloods, Crips, Hoovers, gangsters. Everybody had a gang of rotten ain't homies in here. So I don't gonna be the only that hit the door. That's not even ours. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense, cuz. Oh, he put 10 on 2 so he can sound good. Nigga, for you can sound good, you should have went to the active yard. You should have went to the active.
He said it sound good. He should have paroled from an actor.
Come on, Cam, keep going. Nigga, I'm somewhere. I'm thinking you in, Cam.
He said, I'm thinking you in.
I didn't say it. No,
It's too much. It's too much energy.
What's
He
up?
said,
This is Cam.
this man said, "Hey Lupe, where's the tacos?" Lupe, that is your son, and I don't care what you say and how you try to let him be a gangster all he want. He's so much of a 5-year-old kid, you can't even let him cross the park by himself. Once he get too far, you be like, Grandma, it's lunchtime. I got the tacos for you, fool. Oh, Lupe, I'm snungry. Whatever the fuck he be saying, talking like he a Sesame Street character. Well, it's the end of the night, y'all. Been on here. I don't even know how long. I don't even want to count that. That's just too much. I know it's over 2 hours and some change. But I'll be trying to run it up for y'all before I crash out and do it again in the morning. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you like the show, leave a comment. Do all the extras. It's alive, so you can't hype it up. Check out my videos. And as always, I'll tap in and show y'all what's the hottest before I even make a video. That's a fact. Good night, y'all.